going on, guys? I'm Bear Degidio, and we are back with another episode of the Jaxxon podcast. I'm sitting here with the greatest co-host of all time, Rampage Jaxxon. It's an amazing Taco Tuesday, and it's an amazing day to have you in here.
I love Taco Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Let's do steak tacos. I'm down with it.
And we got a legend in the house.
A legend.
And this is someone I've been wanting to have on the podcast for a long time. We talked about this. We wanted to get down to the roots of MMA heavyweight, the original champions, the guys who kind of pioneered the game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Tim Sylvia!
Yeah! No, you said it wrong.
He's still fucking it up again.
Hey, yeah! Smack the fuck out of it.
This is what I do. I tell my friends. This is what, when they screw things up, I go like that.
That what you get.
You told me to say Silva.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I would never, his name is Sylvia. I never called him Silva.
But you said originally his name was Silva, and then they changed it with a Y.
No.
No, we were just talking about my ancestors like back in the 1800s.
Yeah, so I thought you wanted me to call you the original name.
300 years ago.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the real name then, Tim Sylvia.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to run that back. Bro, he pinches harder than he... Oh, my God.
Look how big his hands are.
Jesus, I think he ripped my tricep out.
Hey, you a journalist now. You can't be fucking up legends'
we
names.
just talked about it before the pod started. That's
Sylvia.
why I thought it was... But you know where I'm coming from, because before the pod,
Sort
you
of.
kind of messed up
I told you it was Sylvia.
But really, you might be related to Vanderlei Silva.
No.
You might be.
He deserves a pinch.
I mean, it shows my knockout power. Vanderlei's got good knockout power, especially his knees.
Oh, thank you. That was a fucking low blow. Right off the rip. I'm talking. We just started the fucking podcast.
You got him back.
I did not tell him to say that.
Yeah, you did. I guarantee you did. I guarantee you did.
The knee joke.
I knew. I know what to do after
Hey,
the pod.
to kick this thing off with the knee joke is nuts.
Nuts. Like,
That is
But
nuts.
hey, man, we always fuck around and joke like that, though.
We got in trouble for messing around too much with Mr. Daddy Dana. Him and I were just doing what we're doing right now, and then fans got pissed at us, I guess, and then Dana called Quentin, and then Quentin's like, "Will you call Dana?" I'm like, "Yeah."
When was this?
This was years ago.
15 years ago,
Yeah,
20. I don't even know. What is it?
a long time, about 15, 18 years ago.
Okay,
I think I was champ and you were just coming in.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And we were doing autograph signings at Mandalay or MGM or something, and
Yeah.
busting balls.
You still cool with Dana? Y'all still get along?
You know, I'm at my age where I don't hold any grudges. He don't like me.
I never knew that.
Yeah, him and I didn't have a good relationship. I wasn't a yes sir, no sir type of guy. You and I are a lot alike.
Yeah.
I said a lot of things. I speak the truth. I'm from the East Coast. If you want to know the truth, but it's gonna hurt your feelings, don't ask me because I'm gonna tell you. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's just, yeah, we had a lot of conflict, and then you know, with the way I left and stuff, they got mad at me for it and stuff, going to Affliction and stuff, and you know, certain things happened, but. You know, I had my arm break, and the fans were all pissed off about it. I needed another surgery to get it fixed, and he wouldn't do it, but he spends a lot of money at blackjack and stuff like that. And, you know, he was just kind of talking shit. But like I said, it is what it is. I don't have a problem with him. I'm too old to have grudges or anything, you know. And honestly, I kind of want to get into the Hall of Fame for my son, so... And I think I'm kind of being blackballed.
Oh, you think so?
I think me and Shamrock will probably never be in. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I know who I am, so.
It's a crazy concept, though, to think that a relationship with someone could blackball you because your career speaks for itself. And then, is that how it is in most sports?
No.
No. Because it's not up, in most sports, it's not up to just one person, right? It's up to a committee or something, correct? And like football and basketball. I
know. I think the UFC Hall of Fame is the Dana White Hall of Fame. I think.
Right. I agree.
I mean, you should be in the Hall of Fame as well.
No, I never.
Absolutely.
But if okay,
Stephen Bonner's in the UFC Hall of Fame. Matt Serra's in the UFC Hall of Fame. You should be in the Hall of Fame.
But you know, they probably had more fights in the UFC than me, right?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, what shit? Vanderlei and Hua, Danny Henderson. Isn't Henderson in the UFC Hall of Fame?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, there's one thing about me. Me personally, I never cared about that type of stuff. So.
I don't care. I don't give a shit about it, but it'd be cool for my son.
Yeah.
So my son's 14, and you know he's all about all that stuff, and you know he's just whatever.
That's a good feeling. My kids don't give a fuck. I even got a son that fights, and he seemed like
I saw your little video. Like he said, they want you to fight, but you're too dumb, so you got to fight.
I was hoping that he would like. You know, go to a different direction because I never want to push any of my kids to fight. But him and my oldest, you know, I was a single parent with them, so they had to go to the gym with me, and my teammates was training them behind my backs. I'm not going to stop them. Like my parents didn't stop me, so I was like, well, if you want to fight, you want to fight.
Nobody thought I was going to amount to anything, so nobody cared what I did. And then what do you know?
Yeah, you put on a career. Before we jump into the heavyweight, career you did, and what is the relationship between you two?
Quinn and I?
Yeah.
We're boys, man.
No, but like, how long have you guys known each other? Because I was hearing stories that you guys have known each
Probably
other.
20 years.
Yeah.
Since 2005.
How did you guys meet?
UFC.
How you think we met?
Fighting.
Well, I didn't know because you have a lot of crazy stories because there's a rumor in the Jaxxon podcast Discord that he brought you in to help beat Rico Rodriguez.
Him and I, we've never actually trained with each other. I'm gonna be honest. I think the only reason why we didn't train because I didn't like some of his teammates. I'm not gonna say the name.
Matt, you didn't like Matt Hughes.
I didn't like Matt
Matt
Hughes.
Hughes is a douchebag. I mean, if you're not friends with him, he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's real?
Yeah. Matt's an asshole. He's a bully.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah.
But I think he knows it. Yeah, we all know it.
Did you ever meet his twin brother?
Absolutely.
He's the opposite, huh?
No. Well, I mean, those two were the two biggest menaces in their hometown. They beat up everybody.
No way.
Oh my God. Those guys were like madmen. They just beat up everybody in
only met
high
his-
school and everything.
No way. I only met his twin brother like briefly. And it just seemed like he was like the good twin.
Yeah, you could probably say that. Yeah, I mean, definitely probably a better family man and stuff. But
I like Pat and everybody.
oh, Pat's great.
He's
man.
great,
Pat's
yeah.
great. Jens is great.
Yeah,
Rob,
I love Jens. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Matt's. I mean, the first time Matt and I never got along. And I actually, before I was in the UFC, he was in Pat's office messing on the computer, and I go, "Hey, man, you got a problem with me?" He's like, "Nah, I just really don't like you." I'm like, "Okay, well, is there anything we can do about that? Seems that we train together and stuff. We can't be friends." He's like, "No, I got enough friends." I'm like, "Okay,
Oh wow.
that's fine." Then Pat let me spar him.
And you guys sparred?
Oh yeah,
He would spar your big ass.
yeah. He thought he was better than me. It's a good thing takedowns weren't involved. It was just sparring because he would have probably folded me in half at that time. But I definitely did better sparring. But Pat just kept yelling at us, "Light it up, light it up, light it up." But a little guy like that tees off on you, and you're gonna show him why you're a heavyweight and tee off back.
Have you ever knocked him out?
No, I haven't. No, the only person that's ever dropped me in the room was Militich with a body shot,
No way.
liver. Worst feeling ever. It's the first and last time I got shot. When I fought Nogueira, he hit me with a body shot. And thank God I knew what it felt like because I had a good poker face. But I was like, oh, no, I'm not going down on that one. Good Lord, that hurt.
Bro, if you stood up on a good liver shot, man, that says a lot about you because I heard it just shuts your body down.
It does. Like I said, Pat got me bad, dropped me. We were doing 12 3-minute rounds. I think I was getting ready for Rico. It was on a Saturday, and nobody else showed up. He's like, well, it's just me and you. I'm like, okay. I was scared to death of that. He dropped everybody in that room with a liver shot. And the 12th round's going on, and I heard the 30-second bell. I'm like, I fucking made it. Right when that bell went off, crack. And I'm like, no! Pat's like, we're done. Okay.
you don't know what it feels like.
It's like when you,
No.
You get to win knocked out of you when you were a kid, you
Yeah.
fell. That's the feeling it is. It's like but more of a pain too, though. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, I've only been hit one time really hard without messing around, like for behind the brand, and it was from Luke, and he was like just being a bully. Luke Rockhold. He was just being a bully.
I like Luke.
Yeah, he's good.
You ever train with him?
Never, but I like him.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I
always
like
in
him.
here for the recap shows. With
I like him
TJ.
a lot. I'm a
Yeah.
big Luke fan. DC.
Yeah.
Velasquez, obviously, Gaines the fucking man.
Yeah,
Okay.
hell yeah.
He did what every one of us said we would do.
Hell yeah.
I need to take him some lessons on shooting. 'Cause, I mean, that guy, I'm gonna hit my target. I ain't gonna hit the dad. I know it's the dad's
Too
fault.
soon, bro.
Yeah. Hey, we love Kane, and whatever he did for his family.
I
That
don't-
guy,
I would've-
everybody agrees with him. I think,
Absolutely.
You gotta respect. You gotta
Gotta
respect that.
respect
You gotta
that.
respect that.
Definitely.
Okay, if you got kids, you know what I'm
That's
saying.
bro. I can't imagine.
I wish he just got his hands on him. As you and I both, I'm like, to me personally, I'd rather have the gratitude to have the man that did it to one of my family members, have my hands on him. I don't know. I just shooting's getting off too easy.
Yeah,
I want to get my hands on him and beat him.
Yeah, I don't understand how any judge can like really, you know.
Unfortunately, they have to be biased. You know damn well that judge is like, this guy did the right thing.
Yeah.
But I have to follow the law by the book. He took an oath.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
It sucks because you know that judge is like, yeah.
I think most people, you know, whether they say it or not publicly, probably agreed with everything.
Yeah, only the pedophiles don't agree.
Yeah.
And those guys are scumbags anyway. So.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
So what I wanted to ask you was, we talked to a lot of fighters on this podcast, and a lot of people have talked about fighters that understood the fundamentals of fighting and kind of brought it to a different level, pioneers of the game. And a lot of people I've talked to off the podcast that said your boxing was so phenomenal, the way you were able to keep distance, the way you were able to kind of control the cage. And, you know, your record speaks for itself, and the amount of fights and the amount of people you fought speak for itself. And a lot of people want to kind of get in your head and understand your boxing, the way you train going into these fights, because you put on a show from 2001 to 2003, unbelievable record, and you have 2 UFC titles during that. So you kind of break me down the training, and this is at the beginning stages of MMA as well.
So when I first got to Miletich, he's like, we're going to teach you how to wrestle better because your stand-up's really good, and we don't want anybody taking you down. So that's what we were doing. I was going with a wrestling practice 4 days a week when guys were sparring and doing jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, developing my wrestling, my takedown defense. And then, you know, every time we were sparring, Pat, you know, kind of tailored things to me. He put a washcloth under our hand. If we had a hand wrap, I like the washcloths better. Put a hand wrap under my chin. And anytime the hand wrap fell on the ground, I do 25 push-ups. After you do about 500 or 600 push-ups, a few weeks, your chin is tucked and you're throwing the jab the way you're supposed to. So yeah, I mean, they knew what they had. You know, I didn't really know what I had. I came from a boxing and karate background and a little bit of wrestling and high school stuff, but they developed me. I mean, Pat and Jeremy really put work in me, Mark Hansen and stuff, and then Pat would bring in pro boxers, and I wasn't allowed to kick them. I just had to box these guys. So after the first year or so getting beat up by boxers, you learn their tricks and become a better boxer.
What's Jeremy?
Jeremy Horn.
Jeremy Horn.
Yeah, one of the greats that nobody ever really knows.
He got like over 200 something MMA fights.
Yeah, and they're real ones too.
Yeah.
Unlike there's a couple guys like I think with Travis Fulton, he's got a bunch of fake ones where he fought buddies and stuff like that. But I think he's no longer with us.
I think you're right.
He killed himself.
I think you're right.
He got caught being a jerk off, a pedophile or something.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Went to jail and then killed himself.
You didn't hear about that? Huh? Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
What was it about the beginning stages of kind of MMA for you that made you fall in love with it?
I was a fan of MMA before I even was a fighter. I was playing semi-pro basketball and then semi-pro football. I remember, I want to say in 1992, my buddies were like, "Oh, have you seen that Ultimate Fighting Championship? Go rent it at Blockbuster." And I went in there for like a month. It was always gone. They had one copy, and finally I was able to get it. And they were talking about this Brazilian guy, this Royce Gracie guy, beating up all these guys that are huge. And I finally rented it and watched it on VHS. And I'm like, oh, I like that. I wrestled. I did karate. I'd like to try this, you know. And then it took a few more years, and then I started bouncing up in Bangor with Marcus Davis. And he's the one that got me involved with jiu-jitsu. And he was a pro boxer at the time. And he started doing jiu-jitsu and stuff. And funny how that all turned around. I ended up bringing Marcus to Miletich and trained with us after I had been there. But, yeah, huge. I mean, a big Dan Severn fan. Like, I was a wrestler. I was the big guys. And I'm going to go after the – So I like Dan Severn. I liked Hackney. Those are a couple of my favorite guys.
Yeah.
We look at like a lot of the fights and a lot of kind of legends in the sport, pioneers, you know, and I'm a fan of MMA. That's why we do this show.
Same.
That's why I love doing it. I love watching fights, old, new. I mean, I grew up watching Rampage, so it was always a dream and an honor to be able to do like this show with him and be friends with him. But one thing I loved was some of these names, like Rico Rodriguez. Like when people talk about heavyweights, like this guy was one of the pioneers as well. He was there before, you know, most. Yourself, you know, Randy Couture. These are like good, insane names that not many people see today. Like in MMA, we don't have these very like famous names with the sport that are like really just attached.
Well, it's just the sport's just oversaturated now, you know, and it's no longer A-B and it's no longer A-level fighters, it's A, B, and C. They throw a show on every week. And the fight cards are maybe C and B level fighters. You know, back when we were fighting, there was 6 UFCs a year. So when a card was announced, everybody knew everybody and everybody looked forward to everybody. It just wasn't as popular then. And when we were fighting, guys that were watching us having kids the kids at 2 or 3 years old, they're putting them in jiu-jitsu and wrestling and boxing. And that's what we're seeing nowadays. You know, these phenoms that are just so well-rounded, not just, one style or whatever. I kind of was hoping to think I was, well-rounded enough, thought I held my own against Rico and Jeff Munson and stuff. But I was obviously a striker. That was what I loved to do. I loved knocking people out.
But you said something interesting when I was talking to you about boxing. You said if you look for the knockout, and you were kind of breaking down boxing for me. Can you kind of run me through what your philosophy was?
Just technical punches, and those, if punches and bunches is called, when you're out there and you're technically boxing, you hit a guy with if you throw your hardest punches, they're going to see him coming a little more because you'll drop your shoulder or you'll move your body position where you're trying to throw heat. If you're just throwing speed and accuracy, the knockout punches they don't see. They just look at normal punches. And how you usually get those is if you so like a 3 or 4 punch combo, the hook will kind of get him off place where he's not his body's not in line, his neck's off a little bit. Then the second punch is the one that knocks him out because they don't see those coming. If you see the the fake who was the fake fight with Conor and Mayweather, everybody was talking about that. It's if you watch that fight, everything Mayweather is throwing is technical. Conor's coming out with heat, big heat. I mean, trying to knock him out the whole time, and he gets gassed out. And then what happens? Mayweather does technical boxing, and when they stop it, Conor didn't care. He's like, okay, no big deal.
You want to? I mean, I think because I saw you make a
hey,
you want to say.
I never
What's
heard
your
anybody
opinion
call
on
it. No, I never heard nobody call it fake. You called it right, but
it was a work.
You think that? I never even thought that.
You
Really?
think the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight was fake?
Absolutely.
Rigged?
Yes.
I've never.
I just want to hear. I'm just an audience member on this conversation.
From what I understand, Conor agreed to lose in the late rounds. And he was, Floyd.
Say allegedly for me.
Floyd, allegedly, okay.
Floyd
is such a great boxer, an amazing boxer. He's going to see power punches coming. His striking is he's one of the best there is.
Yeah.
He's going to see. And you watch McGregor fight that fight, and you watch McGregor fight MMA. The punches he's throwing in that fight were not technical, great jabs, were not speed. Everything had heat on it. And a guy like Mayweather is going to see every one of those coming. And then what happened, McGregor got tired. And as soon as he got tired, Floyd was putting it on him, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 punch combos. And they just stopped it. And he didn't even complain. Me as a warrior, if somebody stops a fight like that, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. I don't care if I'm getting $100 million or not. I'm still pissed off the referee. You shouldn't be stopping this. If I'm not on the ground or I'm not knocked out, don't you dare stop this.
I felt like he was okay with it because he went up against the best boxer. He was probably didn't, he wanted to win, but probably didn't think that he was going to come out with a decision or a victory over. So,
okay, you being the fighter you are, the mentality you have, would you be okay with that stoppage?
No, I'd never be okay with any stoppage.
I don't know any fighter that would if it was a real fight. I don't know. We have two. But
I never fought for 100 mil.
Well, me either.
Just as a fan, though, I want to just put this out there, and you can correct me, of course, if I'm wrong. But don't you feel that maybe the glove, the style, not being able to have kicks, not being able to go to the ground, the way you throw with boxing gloves on compared to having your hands kind of open, that to throw heat, you throw more shoulder, he wouldn't have been as technically sound. He's fighting against the most technical boxer probably ever to live. Mm-hmm. Don't you think that had anything to do with it maybe?
Yeah, definitely some.
Yeah.
But
You're talking about more when it ended?
They were going to press conferences together in the same plane.
Mm. Wow.
Mm. Yo, you got a lot of inside info I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So you guys, you don't think the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight was real, do you?
No, that was real. You gotta say allegedly for me.
Allegedly, okay.
Yeah. You gotta say good saying that because I wish Ariel.
I don't want him to get.
Yeah. I wish Ariel Hawani would.
I'm saying that for real, so you don't get in trouble, so no one could clip you and try to make you look bad.
Okay.
Legally, because now there's a whole new thing where they can take interviews and try to do nonsense.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And to be honest, I'm friends with Jake Paul. He was just here. He fought a phenomenal fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I think he fought Mike Tyson and won. I don't think Mike Tyson was in the best shape mentally, physically, because he's coming off the ulcers. And Mike Tyson's a complete legend, so I think it's real. I just don't think he fought the best form of Mike Tyson.
Do you know anything allegedly about the contract where Mike Tyson gets $1 million for the fight, but if he knocks out Jake Paul, he only gets $1 million still. But if it goes the distance, he gets $20 million?
I heard that rumor. Allegedly. I just said I heard a rumor.
Oh,
allegedly. Is it alleged rumor?
I don't know, but I'm just throwing that word out there.
Yeah.
I've heard rumors too.
Okay. So
I'm not gonna speak on. I don't because I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on it. But you notice he did say him and Jake are boys, and I learned not to say anything. I
don't know, Jake. I mean, if Jake wants to, I would love to box Jake or MMA, whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, he trains hard. I mean,
he does.
He works hard, and he puts on for boxing.
I totally agree.
I'll give him that for sure.
He's brought boxing back on the map.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah, he did.
And he likes to beat up all MMA fighters. So I'd be happy to get in there and make
Does that irritate you a little bit?
10 minute.
I know that irritates
the shit out of me.
Bro, he's got the same problem.
It irritates the shit out of me.
That's the only thing I don't like about Jake.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like about Jake. He beating up my comrades, like the older ones.
The prime Anderson Silva, Jake wouldn't last a round. I mean,
yeah, Gabe and Cleo right here. I mean, Anderson's kids.
Yeah, so right I mean, Ben Askren's no boxer.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, you know,
all prayers and love to Ben Askren, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's making a speedy recovery.
And look, from what I understand, I'm not even going to say allegedly. Jake stepped up and threw a bunch of money his way to help him out. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
You know, and I really wasn't a big Paul brother fan or whatever. Then I watched the documentary on Netflix about them and their upbringing, how they came about, and huge respect for him now. Like, I'm glad they put that out there before he had that Tyson fight. I watched that documentary on those two, and that was impressive.
Yeah, me and Jake Paul here, and what he did for Ben Askren. How you say his last name? I'll be messed up.
Askren.
Thank you.
Askren.
Thank you,
brother.
Beating up, helping out Ben Askren's. It made me respect him more and a big fan of him.
I'll say this. I think there is a lot of fighters. Once again, correct me if I'm wrong. I never want to speak from the position of a fighter, just a fan. But I do think a lot of fighters, a lot of sports athletes, a lot of professionals, they find a lot of power in getting rooted against or being the underdog or being the...
Jake's one of the best promoters out there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a promoter.
Even in your career, I've seen a lot of the fans sometimes not sway with you, but you used it as motivation, I'm assuming, because it never bothered you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so walk me through that. So I think you could kind of relate a little bit to how Jake's using that fuel right now to build his persona. You used it kind of in the same way, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love proving doubters wrong. You know, my title fight, they gave me so as you know, when you fight for the UFC title, gold, whatever, you get a hotel suite and you get another hotel room, you get your own locker room, all that stuff. I didn't get any of that because I was just brought in as an opponent because Rico was supposed to beat me. Rico handpicked me. Rico had an opportunity to fight Pedro Hizzo, Gan McGee, or Tim Sylvia, and he picked Tim Sylvia because that was the easiest fight for him to defend his title.
Wait, you didn't get the hotel suite?
No, sir. Trinidad got it because he was in Rico's corner.
Wow.
So I'm like, these guys, the UFC's counting me out. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to show him what it's all about.
So he had a choice of fighting those guys. He chooses you.
Yeah.
You go into that fight. How much preparation did you have going into that title fight? That was in 2003, right?
Oh, yeah. A lot.
How much is a lot?
I overtrained.
Really?
Overtrained.
Like how many weeks?
Probably 5 hours a day, 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
I overtrained. I came in at 253? The lightest I've ever been in my life. I mean, my whole UFC career, besides that fight, I overtrained for Arlovsky too as well. I came in at 256, but my whole fighting career, I'm 300 pounds. I'm cutting 15, 20 pounds to make weight. Wow. I overtrained for those two fights.
Wow. Did you run as a heavyweight?
A lot.
With 3 miles?
That's what I mean. Just 3 miles. Yeah, I never did distance. I mean, 3 miles and it was a lot of sprint interval training. Well, with jogging and then sprinting, jogging, sprinting, jogging, sprinting. I ran about twice a week, bike twice a week, swim twice a week.
What position did you play when you was playing football?
I started out offensive line, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I want to play defense. They're like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's like, I want to play defense, so I'm not going to play at all. Okay, we'll put you on kickoff. Put me on kickoff. I ran the field and made the tackle. They're like, oh, shit. Now he gets his defensive end position that he wanted.
Oh, you want?
I ran a 5'1".
You want to be a defensive end?
At 315 pounds, I ran a 5'1".
Just a good athlete.
I don't know. I was fast then. I'm sort of fast now, but yeah. And I just loved. I didn't care about screens or. I just wanted to kill anybody that stood in front of me. So just run them over and destroy them.
How's training now for a slap boxer? You still got a slap fight. You got to.
I just lift heavy. That's all I do. We don't need any cardio for that.
Well, he's the champion.
He's the champion. He's the current champion.
Yeah.
The super heavyweight champion.
Yes, sir.
So you don't got to cut weight.
No.
No way.
No
way.
What is?
But I've lost over 80 pounds in the last year.
Really?
I was 412.
No way.
And then I had a full knee replacement. And that got me started. And then the following year, I was going to have another knee replacement. And the guys at CPI got a hold of me. And I went down there and did a big treatment. And my left knee feels amazing. And I didn't even know I had inner and outer meniscus, ACL, smoked, torn rotator in my left shoulder, 3 bulge disc, and I had them all shot up. I was there. I had 20 million in my left knee, 20 million in each shoulder, 10 million in my left elbow, 60 million in 3 different 20 million in 3 different discs in my back, and then did 140 million IV.
What, stem cells?
Yeah, in Tijuana at CPI.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel insane.
Insane. Game
And
changer.
how fast was the recovery on the stem cells?
You can't do anything for 3 months. And when I say anything, no massage, no chiropractor, no sauna, hot tub, nothing, no lifting, nothing.
Why?
Because those stem cells are working and they go after new injuries. So if you lift, as you know, you tear muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to leave the injection sites and go to those muscles and fix those first.
Can you do walk, cardio, anything like that?
You can walk in light stretch. The only thing about you stretching is if you overstretch, you're going to tear stuff as well.
Can you fuck?
I did, yeah.
Can you do that without stem cells?
That's fucked up, man.
I was just saying.
That's fucked up.
Quinn's got a few kids, don't he?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
He's like my boy Sean. He's got like 7 kids, 5 baby mamas.
That's good.
Yeah.
Quinn still gets down. If you watch his live stream, he in the jacuzzi with 5 chicks.
I just saw something recently about that. Wasn't there? Why was he late today?
Well, today he was doing a little something. What was you doing? Putting in a lot of work last night?
No, I was just streaming till late. I'd be streaming Kirgo, like gambling.
He got the hookah bar in his
Kirgo.com.
backyard. Look. Got the hookah bar in his
Oh,
backyard.
come on, chill out, man. Why you showing my shit?
He built the Acapulco.
Is that Rampage?
That's Rampage. That's Quentin. And he wears
Where'd your hair go?
Oh my God, headshot bang.
Oh,
I'm bald.
You know what I thought that was? I thought that was like Shannon. Who's that guy that's always messing with him?
Shannon
Oh,
Briggs?
Yeah, I thought that was Briggs for a second.
You thought that was Let's Go Champ?
Yeah, that jackass.
I like that mother. He got like a big gray beard. He like Father Christmas.
Okay.
When did you start pulling hot chicks?
He looks drunk. Where?
When did you? He said where.
I was drunk.
Hey, Tim said where.
What? Because they're not Asian? You don't think? You know what I'm saying? What?
That's not your style?
I mean, no.
No. Okay. Wow. Jesus.
Quinn and I, we actually have the same taste. I'll never forget one of the last times I was in LA, I had this unbelievable, gorgeous woman. And Quentin was all, I'm like, bro, get off my coolie. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, she's with me. And, we had our thing or whatever. And then shortly after that, I look and Rampage is on our Facebook. I'm like, this guy.
Hey, she was bad, bro.
She is.
I was just looking at pictures, though.
Bro, you a dog.
I didn't slide in her DMs.
Looking at pictures
or nothing.
and added her.
Yeah, you
She
don't
did.
add
She
it.
told me. She told me you messaged her.
You don't add the chick.
Wait.
dog.
I messaged her?
Oh my! He messaged her too. Oh my! Bro,
I mean,
bro code.
she wasn't my girlfriend. I didn't care.
Bro code.
But she was my LA girl.
Bro, that
Bro,
was his
I didn't
LA
message
thing.
her, did
Yeah,
I?
don't you lie to me.
You took Tim's LA thing.
No, I never.
One of.
No,
One of them.
I never hung out with her.
No, I know you didn't hang out with
No,
her.
no.
I know you did talk.
I
He said,
messaged
I know
her,
you
but you know
couldn't
my
seal the
memory
deal.
bad. I don't
He said,
know.
no, I know you couldn't seal the deal. He looked at you in the eye. and he said,
I ain't gonna lie.
You know she's famous right now.
What's she doing now?
We'll talk off the camera.
Oh, okay.
is it Tila Tequila?
No.
The girl from MySpace?
No, I would never. It's never been my type. I ain't gonna lie. He always had some baddies. He always had baddies, and you know what I'm saying. I was just looking. I don't remember. I don't remember sliding no DMs.
Oh, bro, this guy's a menace. I went to charity event. I've been friends with him forever, but when he goes out, he Michael B. Jordan. He's like a legit model. Every girl loves him. Guys love him. No one wants to talk anything bad to him. He's unstoppable when he goes out at nighttime.
I get that though.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're tall. You're 6 foot,
Yeah,
7,
6'8",
8,
yeah.
9, 10 up there.
You get girls throwing themselves at you?
Look at the beard and look at his size. Come on,
I've done
man.
all right.
You gotta ask.
I've done all right.
Well, I just want to know.
You've been
curious.
around you. I mean, there's usually a different girl around. Back in the day.
Yeah, Bear don't get women throwing themselves.
No, stop. Will you stop?
No, one time he was driving his car. He had a couple girls like.
What was this guy?
Nah, it was
It's a
whatever.
Rolls. It's a Rolls.
Hey, it was whatever.
It wasn't no Nissan Sentra.
Hey, it was Luke and TJ were dressed up like the YMCA guys
No, that's
in
not
the back seat. It was Halloween, and Luke and TJ were actually just going.
TJ
Dilshaw.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I love TJ, man.
Yeah, so they're the recap team. We got Luke, TJ, myself, and Rampage. One thing I want to ask you: the Rico fight, you go in, you win. It's 2003. he was given the option of fighting you, and you also talked about McGee, and then you end up fighting McGee right after that Rico fight, and you beat him for the title defense. But they turned you around quick. It was February, and then you fought again in September. Did you have a good relationship with the UFC, you know, fighting multiple times in a year?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to fight, you know, 3-4 times a year. I was a fighter, you know, I was always training, I was always in shape. So that's what I wanted to do.
And then going into the third title defense, I've seen a clip multiple times of Joe Rogan talking about how
we can be honest. I mean, I vacated the title after Game McGee. I got popped for steroids.
Well, I mean, you fought.
Well, hold
Frank
on.
Mir.
I don't remember hearing anything like that.
You didn't know that? Yeah, after I beat Rico, I've always had a self-complex about I wanted the 6-pack abs. I never had a 6-pack. I had 2-pack. And
you was with Tupac?
and I talked to some guys in the gym, and they're like, "Oh, you need to get on this, get on that." And so, but it was a long time before I fought Gan. So I fought Rico, and then how long before I fought Gan?
Well, you fought Rico. Gan was in 2000. It was just February to September.
So was it 6 months then?
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as I got done with Rico, I had 40 G's, and I went and got on some gear. And then I was on it for, 12 weeks.
That's your first time?
First time. Well, no, I took some tests and shit when I was playing semi-pro football. But got on, they told me to take suspension. What? Right, is that right? Suspension? Does that sound right? It's a synthetic. So I did all that stuff. And then I trained for Gan up in Utah with Jeremy Horn. And I didn't take anything up there. And I was up there for like 6 or 8 weeks. So I was off nothing I took had anything to do with that fight. But suspension is synthetic, and it stores in your fat cells, and it will stay in your system for up to a year, unbeknownst to me. I had no idea. So when I got tested, it was like a 0.000001. It was just still in the system, but it made me pop. So UFC's like, look, you know, they're probably going to strip you. I'm like, fuck that. You guys can have the belt back. I'll come get it. Wow. Well, I screwed up. You can have the belt. I vacate it. I'll come get it.
So if you vacate after the McGee fight, you win. But then they give you Frank Mir. You fought for the title.
So so what happened was I vacated it, and then after my suspension was up, Frank Mir and I are fighting for the vacated UFC heavyweight belt.
Oh, got it. Okay, so that you guys were both fighting for the vacant. Okay,
yes.
Got it. Okay.
And then he broke my arm.
But then there's this video of Joe Rogan talking about how he's like he had to watch the replay. The arm was broken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you know instantly it was broken?
Instantly.
Really?
Well, I had my elbow out, and I felt it tight and pressure. I'm like, my elbow's out. I'm fine. And he goes, pop, pop, pop. I'm like, this son of a bitch just broke my arm. I'm going to kill him. When I felt that, that's when I picked him up and slammed him, and I felt him kind of go a little limp. And I'm like, I'm going to slam him one more time, then I'm going to start jacking with my left, and it's over. I'll have knocked out. Because we knew Frank never had a chin. And then the second time when I picked him up, Herb jumped in and stopped it.
Oh, because he saw your arm?
Yeah.
Hey,
he saved my career, honestly, you know. There it is. Oh, so you watch it. So it doesn't quite break there. If you keep watching it, my elbow's out. See, I pulled my elbow out. I'm saying, so there it broke. I pick him up, spike him. He goes a little limp on me, and Herb jumps in.
But how did you still? I mean, obviously, I'm not a fighter. I don't know the feeling, maybe the adrenaline, but you still have the energy and the power and the strength to pick him up again. Do you think they should have stopped it?
It was a good stoppage.
Oh,
I mean, if he hadn't have stopped it, I don't know if my game plan would have worked. Like I said, I was going to spike him because I felt him go limp. I was going to spike him another time and just start jacking him with my left, and hopefully I'd knock him out. If I didn't knock him out and he wrenched on some more, we could have had a compound fracture, and I might never fought ever again. So Herb saved my career.
Got it.
I was pissed off about it, but I mean, he did his job.
Yeah. Did you get abs from the gear?
Hell no. Still didn't work. You know what's really pisses me off even more about all that was after I got popped, everybody in the UFC that was on came to me like, dude, why didn't you ask me? I would have told you what to do. What did I told you to do? Everybody's on gear. And it's like, they were telling me like, everybody's on TRT. It's all legal and shit. That's why guys weren't fighting in California and stuff. They were only fighting in Vegas because their scripts weren't legal in California, but they're legal in Vegas and all other places. I'm not saying names.
Yeah, you don't have to say any names, and I don't want you to even say names. But when other fighters were coming to you telling you that, were they saying it out of a way of like respect? Or
yeah. So we all use it, dude. I mean,
that's crazy.
I'm not saying you did, and
I didn't use it. I didn't get on TRT till after I fought John Jones. Because after that fight, that was my first time losing a fight, being like close to 100. I was like, "What's wrong, man?" And one of my friends said, "Man, you need to go get your
different level too, though.
Yeah. Man, they said you
That
need to
was
go
at
get
the end of yours in his prime.
Yeah. Man, they said you need to go get your testosterone levels checked. And I went and it was really low. I'm like, wow. And the UFC, it was fine with a doctor's at that time. It was fine with a doctor.
But no, California wouldn't accept them.
I wasn't fighting in California.
Yeah, I hate California. It's awful to fight in.
Yeah, but when you
was tough.
When you told me you was on, I was thinking like whoever I told you about, they should have like known which ones to do and stuff like that.
Well, I was talking to gym rats. I didn't talk to any fighters about it.
He was in a weight like a gym.
Yeah. I was asking guys in the gym.
At that time, you know, you kind of like take a break or whatnot. You beat Wes Sims. You come back to fight Andre. You lose the first one. Then you go on a winning streak again. And then you fight Andre 2 more times and beat him twice. I want to know, like, from a fan standpoint, once again, I always want to preface that because I don't understand what it feels like to be in that cage. I've been watching Khamzat Chimaev train and Armin and all these guys who are on their way to get a title. The amount of energy you had to have, or the amount of anticipation or nervousness, or what is it that kind of fuels you? You lose the belt twice fighting. You've already had it. Most people would retire. They end their career. You go on a 5-6 fight winning streak to go get the belt back, and you beat the guy twice who's already beat you. I mean, that's like a crazy story.
I knew who I was, man. It's like I wasn't done yet. I had an opportunity to go to pro wrestling, and I didn't want to. I wanted to keep fighting because that's the real man sport. You know, wrestling's cool. I'm a big fan of it, but I just wanted to keep fighting. And, that second Arlovsky fight, he drops me, and I'm like, this son of a bitch, it just did it. It's not happening again. That's why I hopped up as fast as I could, because I'm like, no, it's not happening again. And I was able, to land the big uppercut, and he went to sleep. I was a little pissed about the immediate rematch as fast as it happened because I didn't get a chance to celebrate that win because I stayed in California because of a girl for a few extra days, and her and I at the movies, and Dana's blowing up my phone. I finally go outside the movies and answer, and he's like, hey, bro, I need a favor. I'm like, what's up? I need you to fight Arlovsky again. I'm like, when? He's like, 3 months. I'm like, dude, can I get a break? I mean, it's like, this is a big win for me. It's like, I can't even enjoy it. I want a break. And I said, I'll fight him again. Just maybe make him take a fight and win a match or something. I don't know. But, whatever. I have no problem fighting him again, but not this soon.
What is it? You've talked about that before. What should the break be, or how should it be? Should it be the champs?
It's different. Like I didn't get hurt in that fight. It only lasted a minute and 30 seconds, or whatever. But as fight camps are, 8 to 10 to 12 weeks long, you get hurt in the fight camps, beat up and sore and tore up. And back in the day when we were fighting, we had to fight so we could get our injuries taken care of through insurance. We said what happened in the fight. Now all these guys are insured once they sign the contract. So that's why so many fighters are getting pulled out of fights and stuff like that. They're not tough like we were back in the day. I never fought healthy. I always had a nagging injury or something, But when I fought Randy, I had 2 bulged discs going into the fight, and I blew another one out during the fight. But I had no other option. I had to fight so that I could get it taken care of through workman's comp.
100%. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different. It was totally different back then. And the training camp is what wears you out more than the fight sometimes, especially if he ended in the first round, But you always want like a little break, You want to like get your mind, enjoy yourself, go on a little vacation, fuck some bitches.
But is it something that the champ should be able to determine, like when they want to fight again, or should the champ be active? Because we also see that a lot of big arguments in MMA, the champs aren't as active as they used to be, and then they say, well, no, we need to take this year to make as much money as we can because this is the most we'll ever make. So what is that?
It's not boxing. Well, it's not sanctioned like boxing. The boxers have more control and they make a lot more money too. Us MMA guys were fighting for peanuts back in the day. And, that's why I fought a lot. I just wanted to bankroll that money and, set up my future. And, but you just don't really have a say. Even though you're the champ, I mean, Dana White has to say. He's the one that says how it goes, and no matter if you want it or not,
What was the rivalry like with Andre? Was it real? Did you guys hate each other?
We hated each other back then, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Now we're good friends.
Really?
Yeah, we just went, part of something I'm doing now is SLEP Athletics. So we're, getslap.com. were involved with BKFC and some other stuff. And we went down to the big fights that BKFC just had in Texas. And Andre was making his debut there. And of course, Ben Rothwell's their heavyweight champ. And we now sponsor Ben. He's, one of my boys and stuff. And went up to Andre and we just started shooting shit, man. We exchanged numbers and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's just we were both tough dudes, and we were supposed to be two of the best in the UFC at that time, and didn't like each other. There was rumors that I might have messed around with his ex-girlfriend and stuff like that, but it's allegedly,
now he use allegedly.
Allegedly. So, that obviously, allegedly that happened with me and Rico too.
Yeah, so I heard from multiple sources, and I'm not going to say any names, that they said that you were kind of like the man around town, and regardless of your persona in or out of the cage, in the town, a lot of the girls liked you, especially girls of, fellow fighters.
You don't got to be so politically correct.
Yeah,
the rumor is you were slanging dick all around town. That's the rumors, brother. Allegedly.
The girls love big guys, and if you're nice, even on top of it, I like to think I'm a nice guy. I respect girls. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. Open doors. Even out here, there's these jackasses on the plane watching these girls trying to pick up these suitcases, and they try to get up the first time they don't. I hop up, grab it, and throw it up there for them. And then we were coming on the bus to go to the Uber, and this poor girl was struggling on this one, and everyone's watching her. And then so I threw it up there, and we get ready to leave, and all these guys are walking by. I'm like, what's the deal with all these LA guys? They have any fucking respect to help a girl out? She was, it's awful out here. I said, well, Midwest boys, we take care of you. So
yeah, it's just like Southern boys. But I heard you and Bear got something in common, though.
Bear and I?
Yeah, you and Bear have both been tricked by ladyboys.
I've never been tricked by ladyboys.
Allegedly.
You want to know my story about ladyboys? So we're in Hawaii, and I'm fighting Wes Sims. So afterwards, we're partying, and my good buddy Justin Islas is with us, who's no longer with us, unfortunately. He was murdered on Christmas Day many years ago.
R.I.P.
But Justin was one of the wildest, funnest guys to ever hang out with. When he drank, he was one of the most funniest guys ever. So there is a group of 5 hot Asians in this bar, and we are dancing with these gals. And all of a sudden, a bouncer comes on me, one big Samoan dude, and he's like, bro, those are dudes. I'm like,
all of them?
Shut up. All of them. I'm like, no way. He's like, dude, swear to God, they're in there all the time. I'm like, okay, here's the deal. Do not tell my boy. He's like, bro, that's fucked up. I go, do not tell my boy, okay? We're going to see how this goes. So I ditched the one that I'm dancing with. I just sit down. And Justin's all about it. He's drunk, and he's like, hey, bro, I'm going to get out of here. And I said, what are you doing? He's like, oh, she wants to take me home. I'm like, cool, man. Let me know how it goes. Like, yeah.
You a dick, man. You a dick.
So they go home, okay? And, he's making out with him, her, whatever you want to call her. I don't know. We're out here in LA, so I know you guys politically correct and like that stuff. But yeah, and he goes to reach down and fondle it, shim, whatever, and she says no, but let me suck your dick. He's like, okay. So he leaves back and enjoys the show.
Wow, you a dick.
Oh, and he's like, hey, a mouth's a mouth. From the waist up's the chick, so it's okay.
Barrett, do you concur?
No.
So yeah,
sexually, I don't.
Yeah,
think that's
that
how
was,
it works, no.
And he let us all know. Well, the first person he told was Pat. And if you ever have a secret in the military camp, that's the last person you tell anything, because Pat will come and tell the next one and the next one and the next one. So yeah, he told Pat, and then we were in New Jersey for another fight, and there was a questionable one there, and Justin's drunk again. So he goes and dances with the one, and he just doesn't play around. He just reached down and grabs her right in the crotch.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just got to know. I got to know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary, bro. That's scary. But I don't understand why the Transformers don't just let, why they got to, that's dangerous. Why they got to take it that far and try to trick people? That's what I don't understand.
Oh, I mean, there was another guy in our camp that was at a party in Vegas. I'm not going to say the names, but he was at a party in Vegas and ends up with a gal, and she's like, let's go back to my room. He's like, okay. And they're messing around, making out, and she's like, I want you to put it in my booty. He's like, okay. So he's doing his thing, and something's not feeling right. Something's hitting him in the leg or his own sack or whatever, and He stops, looks down, and sees man's equipment, and he donkey punches this person, knocks him out, and leaves. And you know what? This dumb guy, he would have got away scot-free, but who's he tell? He tells Pat. He tells Pat. So we all knew about it.
Yeah, if you make a mistake, don't tell Pat.
Don't ever tell Pat.
Pat like is an icon in his own rights, you know, UFC's first welterweight champion.
But he's funny as fuck though.
Yeah. What was he like? Training? What was the camps like with him? Obviously, we know we can't tell him a secret.
Well, you know, one of the greatest things about Pat, and I don't even know if any really MMA trainers have this now. Maybe they do now, but back then, Pat knew what it'd take to win. And he surrounded himself by people that were better than him. And like when he put training camps together for me, he brought in guys that were better than me. I got my ass kicked during training camps. Sparring night, I did well. But if it was pro boxers, I weren't allowed to kick, knee, any of that stuff. Wrestlers, I would get folded in half all the time. I might have shined good at the end of practice because we do, you know, like winner stays out, loser stays out. But I was always in great shape. So my cardio helped me during the last part of practices. You know, jiu-jitsu guys, they'd come in, they were better than me. And they would sub me and, you know, just put you in worse conditions, put you in the back in the corner, and all you can do is defend and stand up, defend and stand up, defend and stand up. You're getting the shit beat out of you. But why I think a lot of us trusted Pat so much is because he never asked us anything to do that he hadn't done already. He'd been there, done that. He was a world champion. He was in the trenches. So I'm going to go in the trenches with him. For me, it'd be easy to quit on some trainers when they're telling you got to do this, and do that. It's like, well, how do you know? You've never been there. Pat's been there. He knew.
It's one thing Rampage has said multiple times, and I always never understood it till maybe the last couple of weeks or last couple of months when I started watching these camps live. Is like, unless you're a fighter, you don't know what it feels like. And you've said that so many fights, and it's the same thing that goes with guys that have been in the trenches with you. Like you said, you need someone that you can count on or rely on that has been there, so that you can share that same like emotional spirit of a warrior, or mental, you know. And I get that now. Like I've watched Armin in here with Khamzat Chimaev, and I see the way Armin's there just as like support, and then Khamzat can rely on him and then rely on his coaches. And it's like you have these guys that you've been to war with, you know, in the cage, and you can rely on them outside. But can you walk me through like kind of like how you looked at the camp? Because that's an interesting thing. Like you would rely on your coach, right? But you always told me you would rely on yourself to kind of put it together.
Yeah, but I trust my coaches though. You know, I'm not going to be an athlete and try to tell my coaches what to do and what to say. So,
but it'd be easy for you to back talk and get pissed off and not do some things though, right?
Yeah. But I would do what they say. But you know what? You know how I hated training, but I did. I trained hard. People assume because I was honest about saying I hated training. They thought that I didn't train hard. So what I did was, I have to joke around and laugh and stuff all the time. So I just joked around and complained and stuff, but it was mostly jokes. But I did it though.
So I love training, but I hated fight camps. Fight camps were the worst. I mean,
why?
Because you have to break yourself down, put yourself in the worst position. I mean, I cried 3 or 4 times during fight camps. I mean, it just like you getting the shit beat out of you, and it's like it makes you think, am I good, or do I suck, or am I gonna win this fight? It's like, but then when you get in the fights, they're easy. The fights are easy because the fight camps were so hard for us. I mean, I never had a really tough fight. The Randy fight was a tough one because of my injury and stuff, but I never had a tough fight. Like the Munson fight was relatively easy for me because I trained for it, and just in every position that I was in with him, I saw already. I've been through it and knew what to expect.
You know, what I hate about training camps was when you had like a little injury or a little pain or something, you still had to. And
they don't do that nowadays because they're insured during fight camp, so they just pull out of fights and get something fixed.
That's a crazy point that I did not know. So you're saying that you think the reason why there's more pullouts now and people are kind of calling off fights is because they already got their insurance money?
Well, they'll be covered. I mean, we had to fight back in the day to get whatever injuries that were fixed. You know, if you had to have surgery, you know, that's the only way they'd be fixed if you did it in the fight. So when you fought, you say, I hurt my back in the fight, hurt my knee in the fight. You know, they would all get fixed during the fight. Now that they do that, they just pull out and get them fixed.
I didn't know. I always thought it was just because you guys were dogs. It was just a different era.
But we were dogs because we fought with injuries. We didn't care.
Yeah.
But we did because we just loved to fight.
Yeah.
I think nowadays the guys saw what we did and they like the idea of being fighters and the limelight and stuff like that. We didn't care. I mean, when I first fought, I had to pay to fight. I had to pay them $100 so I could fight. You know? So
But do you think that the current fighters in the era we're in right now, which is probably like one of the highest successful eras ever, they're still fighters, but do you feel like, because I'm trying to get at that point. You said like,
I think they're more athletes. They're great athletes now, versus the day. Fighters and athletes are different. I consider myself more of a fighter than an athlete.
what is the difference?
Fighters is just hard grit. I mean, I wasn't the best athlete out there, but I knew I was facing guys like Orlovsky who were amazing athletes. And so I trained my ass off. The only thing you can control in a fight is conditioning. That's the only thing you control in a fight. So no matter, I prided myself on being the hardest working heavyweight in the business. I watched Jens Pulver train. That kid trained like a madman. One of the hottest trainers in our room. Robbie Lawler didn't train hard at all, but he was a hell of an athlete, and he was a monster, like just a killer, had that killer instinct. But Jens just worked his ass off, and I was the fastest heavyweight in the room. I was probably one of the fastest light heavyweights, when it comes to sprinting and stuff like that. I outworked these guys. I out-trained these guys because I was like, well, if I can control anything in a fight and it's conditioning, I'm going to make sure I'm in better condition than the next guy.
Wow. I didn't know that Robbie Lawler wasn't like real good at training. Like,
well, he was just so good. Like he didn't spar for years. What? For years he didn't spar.
He got all those knockouts.
He was just
heavy-handed.
Heavy, yeah. A lot of times, like a lot of the guys, Drew McFedries and Robbie Lawler, a lot of those guys at 85, 70, 80, a lot of guys would not, like Drew McFedries was probably the hardest hitter in our room. You remember Drew? Light-skinned guy. Came in and had like 3 big knockouts right away. But the 85ers and the 205s would not spar him. He hit so hard. He had to spar with us heavyweights.
Wow.
And he was one of the best athletes in our room as well.
He was in the UFC too?
Yeah.
I probably know his face.
I think, yeah. His last fight, Drew, the Mexicutioner or the Master, I can't even remember his nickname. But his last fight was, I think, Patrick Cote, and Cote beat him. But Drew just went through a hardship. He lost his mom during that training camp and stuff, and he just wasn't in a good headspace. But yeah, he was a monster. He hit so hard, and Robbie hit so hard. Robbie would spar me and Justin Eilers and stuff. He was just a beast.
Yeah, I mean, Robbie, anybody we talk about how Robbie's like determination, his will, the way he looks at fighting is just on a different level.
Yeah.
We've had him on the pod. I'm a big fan of
Robbie was a fighter. I mean, and the thing with Robbie was he was a fighter, but a great athlete too. So on top, he had that fighter mentality and he had the athleticism. Yeah, he was a.
I tell you, I agree with him. I always said that a lot of the UFC fighters right now, they were fans of the sport and they're athletes and stuff. And look at it, a lot of them do it not only because they love. I'm sure they love it, but
sure,
not.
It's pretty. That cage gets shut. Yeah. That door gets shut. You're like, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah. You're like, oh.
Have you ever thought, like, when you were walking out to the cage, like, why am I doing this?
Oh, every time.
That's crazy.
Every time?
What the fuck? Like, you're in the back, and you hear that guy's music, or you're like there, and you're like, why the fuck am I doing this again? Why am I doing this again? Jesus Christ, I'm scared. Why am I doing this? Yeah.
Bro, when I used to fight in Pride, and music came on, dum, 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 dum. You just send like
your guts, sage your guts, all
chills.
Bubble guts. Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing?
I
here
know.
Again?
Yeah. And the door closes.
Is the concept of like having a team? We see like a lot of fighters now that kind of bounce gym to gym. Was the concept of like having this team very important to you?
It was to me. That was my family.
Yeah.
Those are my boys. And a lot of people were jealous of our team because when we went to fights, we rolled deep. I mean, we had 2 or 3 guys on the card. We had probably 10 guys there. Each guy, and some of us would fly ourselves out. And like, I remember poor BJ Penn. I don't know who BJ was fighting, but Matt was fighting as well. And Matt's cutting weight and BJ's cutting weight. And there's 5 of us from the military camp in there cutting weight with Matt, and we're not fighting. And poor BJ's got nobody in there with him. And we just kind of took BJ under our wing. You're one of us, BJ. We love you, and you're one of us. And we were crazy, man. We'd be singing in the sauna and in the locker room. We have country playing. It was just a different time, and everybody was. I felt like a lot of people were intimidated and scared by us because of who we were. Like, we outworked a lot of guys back in the day. It was just Pat's mentality. And when I was going to get into MMA, I had 3 gyms in mind. It was the Militich Camp, Tito's place, and Shamrock's place.
Yeah, I was just finna say it was just you. It was just you, your team, and the Lions Den.
And Tito's.
Yeah, Tito's wasn't on the map like y'all. I was on Team Punch. It wasn't.
But
we wasn't the deepest
so I went to my first UFC as a spectator. I was training and met Shamrock and those guys, and met Tito, and super nice, great guys. And then met Pat, and he's there with 4 or 5 guys from Iowa, and spit and chew on the floor. And he looks up to me. He's like, "Jesus Christ, you're big enough to eat hay and shit in the middle of the road. Do you fight?" I sure do. He said, "Well, shit, you need to come to Iowa." I'm like, Pat Militich just told me to come to Iowa. I'm like, is this really true? And gave me his phone number, wrote it down, and came back and kind of got my shit in order and gave him a call and got an answer machine. And a few days later, he gives me a call, and that's back when we had answer machines, and left a message about coming out there and when to come out and stuff. And I'm bringing everybody over, no cell phones then, bringing everybody over to my house to listen to my answer machine. I'm like, Pat Militich, listen to this. Pat Militich is on my phone. He's like, So yeah, I went out there and trained. And see, what's great about Iowa, there was no distractions. If you go to Vegas, you go to LA, there's a lot of women, there's the nightlife, there's a lot of stuff to distract a young man, and especially in the limelight. At Iowa, all we did was train. That's all you can do. Train and hunt. If you're a hunter. So I hunted, and I'm ATV guy, snowmobile guy, street, motorcycles and stuff like that. But we trained all the time, and we hung. We were nobody else understood us. So we didn't have a lot of friends outside the fight business. We would go out to eat after practice. 8, 9 of us go out to eat. We go to the movies. 3 or 4 or 5 of us go to the movies. We didn't go to bars and stuff like that. But there's a lot of fights, local fights in the Quad Cities back in the day and stuff like that. So we'd all go to fights together and stuff. We just always roll deep. It was a squad, and we were hard on each other, picking on each other. Like, if there's a thing on the internet, Tim Sylvia and Matt Hughes get in a street fight. I think we were at Mohegan Sun, and the thing to do back in the day was to leg kick each other when they weren't paying attention. So Matt be doing an interview, I'm running behind him and just leg kick him. Or vice versa, we'd do that. But if you were an outsider and you try to mess with one of us, you're getting the wolf pack on you, man. You're getting all 10 of us. You don't ever think you're gonna bust balls or try to get involved in the situation, because you're not.
Do you still live in Iowa, or did you move back home?
I will never go back. Iowa's my home. I got a couple houses there. Got 100 acres of land and stuff. And
wow.
Yeah, Iowa's my home. I have a 14-year-old son now, and so.
Are you from Boston, though, right?
Maine.
Maine.
That's why they call it the Maniac. Maineiac. Maniac.
Just learned that now.
Yeah, I didn't know why it was the Maniac. But your accent sound like Boston, but
East Coast. It's East Coast accent, yeah.
I was gonna say the Matt Hughes thing.
Yeah.
What went down?
With what?
With the Matt Hughes thing.
Oh, yeah, we never really finished that, did we?
Yeah.
So when I got my
only if you want to talk about it.
No, yeah, no problem. So when I got my title shot, Matt came up to me. He's like, you're gonna win this fight. We're gonna get you ready for this fight. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Matt's kind of coming around, huh? He was a dick to me at training camp, but to look back at it, I know why. He wanted you're a Militich fighter, you're representing us, you're gonna win this fight. And he hated Rico too. So I win the fight, and Matt being Matt, after the fight, about a week later, he calls me and he's like, hey, I'm really proud of you. Good job. He goes, but just so you know, you're not a champion until you defend. So you need to win this next fight.
What a dick.
I'm like, Jesus, am I ever going to win this dude over? And then something happened, and he's like, hey, I'm in a bind. Would you be interested in doing an appearance up in Nebraska? I can't do it. I'm like, yeah, sure. Give me my number. He's like, really? I go, yeah, go ahead. He said, well, I don't think they can fly you. I think they're going to drive you. I'm like, I don't care. I'll do it. Whatever. As long as I'm bringing my girl at the time. Went up to Nebraska and did an appearance. They drove a limo, came down and got me and brought me back up there. And then I did something else for him. And then he needed a place to live. He had a falling out with someone. And I'm like, here's the code to my garage. Go, you can stay in my spare bedroom. And then we were boys.
Damn.
So, yeah, I mean, you really had to work hard to be Matt Hughes' friend.
Damn.
But, I mean, like I said, I know Matt. Matt's a dick. He's an asshole. But if you're his friend, you're his friend. It is what it is.
And you guys are still friends?
Yeah. I mean, Matt had a horrible accident. That's changed him some, unfortunately. And, but I still love the guy.
Bro, he's lucky to be alive after that accident.
Absolutely lucky.
Yeah, that's a for an athlete to have that too, that's got to be a lot harder than most people, right? Because you can't train as good as you used
Nothing.
to.
I mean, he's half the man probably now, unfortunately. You know, but
Your training camps and everything you did. Thank you for going so in depth on a lot of it. But you said that you had an injury with the Randy Couture fight, and this was a big fight for the UFC and you were coming off these big wins.
we tried to pull out of it. Monty got a hold of.
Yeah, I want to ask you that. So if you did try to pull out,
Yeah,
before the fight,
I had 2 bulge discs, and Monty's like, "Look, man, Tim can't even train," and Dana's like, "I don't give a shit. We got a lot on this card, and he has to fight. We'll make it up to him. Just tell him he fights. We'll take care of him."
Did he make it up to you?
If he pulls out, we're gonna find a replacement and strip him.
Did he make it up to you?
No.
Yeah, you know, that's when you remember one time earlier you said like you fought Andre Arlovsky right for
away.
a favor.
Yeah.
And then Dana did that with me after I beat Vanderlei. He wanted me to fight
Forrest?
Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine.
Jardine, that's right. Yeah.
And he said, "I'll do me a favor."
Yeah.
And he said, I owe you one, do me a favor. Then, okay, I did a favor. I was overtrained and I fought Keith Jardine. Then I asked for a favor and Dan was like, "Oh, we don't do favors." I was like, "Oh, okay."
but he actually used those words.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have to say allegedly. He's face to face.
You know, it's all this stuff, but that's kind of why I got involved with the clothing line. Slep Athletics now. We're doing some different things, big things. When I was fighting and stuff, sponsors were few and far between, but it was always, here's $1,000 here, here's $1,000 here, and that's it. So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to do profit sharing. So if we get these up and coming fighters, they look, here's our numbers, here's what we pay for shirts. We want to do a 50-50 split with you. You promote this shirt, you promote this brand, and then you're going to make 50% of the profits. So the shirt costs us $9 and, whatever. You're going to make, $7 on every shirt. Every shirt you sell, you promote this and you're going to get it. And we've got a few fighters under our belts now and stuff. And, it works. I mean, Get Slep. It's
a great name.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
What's the website?
Getslep.com.
And they can go on there and see all your merch.
You can go on and see our merch. But what's great about that is you associate it. I mean, UFC's got Venom now? But back in the day, it was Tap Out, right?
Right.
But so we're tight with BKFC, where Feldman wants to do like a licensing agreement with us and stuff like that. So, but you just think about it, Get Slep. It's perfect for fighting.
Yeah.
It works for when you choke a guy out, he got slept. When you knock him out is what we like to do, Rampage. We like to knock people out. Venom? What's Venom? That's gay. I mean, it's with the snake bite. You got bit by a snake. Yeah, it ain't even tapping out. Tapping out was the shit back in the day.
Yeah, tap out was the shit.
Did you tap out?
I know I was a full contact fighter, but I love the tap out guys. They're great people.
Guys.
Still talk to Dan. Yeah. Love tap out. Love the brand.
No, I wasn't sponsored by Tap Out. But I always liked the guys too. They was always great with me. I remember them when they was King in the Cage, selling on the side of the street. Yeah, those great
that's
guys.
how my buddy started out. He was selling clothes and shit out of the trunk of a car. Well, actually, what we wanted to do today is we did a code Tim15. So if you put in the code at the checkout, you'll get 15% off because we're on the
look at the camera
podcast.
And let them know what to do.
Tim15 on the checkout when you go to getslep.com. If you guys go there and order some clothes, you get 15% off because these guys brought us on the show. I actually brought some shirts to you guys too.
Oh, thanks.
Let me know if you like them.
No, of course.
I probably got
anything from you. A legend, we will definitely wear.
Okay,
a legend.
So this is
a legend.
This one's extra large. I think. Who's extra large?
I'm extra large.
He's a 3XL.
Hey, that's perfect for me.
Okay, that
shirt is perfect for me.
This is large. This one's yours.
I got big
This
shoulders.
is the one I wear that I like a lot. Fighting solves everything.
Oh yeah, that's all me. That's what I do every time Rampage calls.
And obviously, we got you another one, Rampage.
Thank
The
you.
fighting solves everything one.
Thank you. I like it. These
I knew
are
you'd
my
like
colors
that.
too, red and black.
Hey,
but look,
Rampage.
They're ours too.
yeah.
Rampage, fighting solves everything.
But you don't know how to fight though.
Yeah. Oh, I don't?
No. You're gonna sit in front of legend and act like you know how to fight?
Well, I don't.
Thank you.
But I'm saying you don't have to say that out loud.
I can't.
But it does solve everything.
Listen, Tim Silva has been so honest with us.
Yeah, he's the
so
best.
he deserves honesty here. Bear can't fight.
But I'm training. I'm learning. I never said I was a fighter, though. You got to take that back.
This is actually perfect for me. Fuck around. And fight.
I know it is.
That's what he does.
What I'd like to
all
do,
week.
when we do signature shirts for guys, we get them heavily involved. Would love to do one for you. I'd love to do a Rampage Jaxxon signature shirt. and you make 50%. I mean, we design it, we get it printed, we ship them out, and you just get a check every month.
Where are you based out of?
Iowa.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you. I don't even know if you can do that.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I can, but we'll talk off camera and see if we can.
Do you run everything yourself?
My buddy Sean. Sean started this thing 10 years ago. He's the one I was telling you about that, 15, I met him 20 years ago when I was the UFC champ. And we were at some local fights and some jackwagon is heckling me and talking shit. And I can't slap him. He's going to sue me. So I just said, first guy slaps this guy gets $100. Sean walks up and smokes this dude. I mean, the slap heard around the world. He's like, where my money?
Sound like that nigga just needed money.
He didn't at the time. He fought. He was just a local, fought all the time. Man. He's not a giant dude, but he's a heavy guy. And if somebody just mouthed off, he just punched him.
No,
he told me his mentality is, he's like, I messed with a lot of guys that were bigger than me too, so I always hit him first. He was like, if they got to hold me first, I don't know how it was going to happen. So I just went first.
Man, he's a cool guy. I met him. I like him.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's actually in here taking some videos and stuff.
Yeah. We seen him when he walks in. He's got good takes.
Yeah. Tell the nigga not to post shit till the pod come out, though.
Oh, he better not. We're just doing some pictures and stuff.
I got something for you. So one thing, first of all, I want to say thank you for coming on this pod.
Dude,
second of all, your honesty.
I'm a fan of the show.
Insane. So. This is me and TJ sparring Rampage just because you want to say
sparring or wrestling. There's a big difference. That's just wrestling.
Wait, what is the difference?
You ain't getting punched.
Oh, that's true. I like that. So I want to ask
everybody got a game plan till you get punched in the face.
Hey, amen. So did you ever feel, and this is kind of a little bit, going a different way with the combo currently, but did you ever feel that Affliction was going to make it and maybe be bigger than the UFC? You fought Fedor.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I thought they were going to. They had a lot of money behind them. And
really?
Real quick about that is why I'm doing these shirts and stuff. We did Affliction shirts, and it wasn't 50% profit. But my first check, my first royalties, my first Affliction shirt was $30,000.
Just royalties?
Royalties. I had like 2 colors. The shirt shows up 30. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, okay. Next one's, 20. Next one's 10, whatever. And then they're like, time to do a new shirt because that one's kind of, faded out. It was unbelievable. Like, so that's why I'm like, I want this brand for the fighters because I've been there. I know how it is. If a fighter, we're still starting out. But if a fighter he's in training camp and he gets $5,000 during training camp, he's like, holy crap. He's like, you need to promote this a little more. And social media is huge nowadays. You just pump your brand and just all you got to do is just wear the shirt and talk about it and wear it to fights and have your friends and people buy it.
During that time when you were getting ready to fight an Affliction, fight Fedor, were you dealing with Randy to get your deal, or were you dealing with Affliction, or who were you dealing with?
Tom
Okay.
Atencio.
So you wasn't under Stream Couture. You was under Affliction, right?
I was under Affliction.
Yeah.
This is another thing that really pisses me off. I'm so loyal. And Matt introduced me to a guy that wanted to do a T-shirt deal with us, and he promised we were going to be in Walmart and all this stuff. I was like, well, that's going to be good money. So Affliction comes to me, Tom. He's like, hey, we want to do a brand. That's when I was the heavyweight champ. We want to do a Maniac or a Sylvia brand. I'm like, man, I can't quite do that yet because I'm working with these guys. And that screwed me over so bad. I should have done that because I can just imagine the money I'd be getting. I'd still be getting them. I still see, so after that all happened, I stayed with Affliction for a while, and I love Tom Atencio, and, Tom, the other, the one that died.
Passed away, yeah.
Yeah, he was great. But Tom and I are actually working on a deal right now together. We've been friends forever.
He's a good guy,
great guy. Love that guy, and he's trying to help me get involved with something over in China, some beef jerky and stuff like that.
So, and then how did you end up getting the deal to go to Affliction? Because you fought Big Nog, right? And then you went to Affliction?
No, I fought Nog.
Yeah.
So what a lot of people don't know, and this is why the UFC's pissed off at me, and they have no right to be pissed off at me. They came to Monty and said, we're not gonna. Well, okay. Backstory. So we found when I was the heavyweight champ, we found out what they brought Brock Lesnar in. He was getting 300 and 300 and money per pay-per-view buy. So every fight he was making over $1 million back then. My contract was 100 and 100. So $200,000 to win. I made maybe 40 or 50 in sponsors. Brock is getting $1 million and he's a nobody. So like, hey man, we want this contract. Why is he getting it? Oh, he's a bigger name than you. Like, how the fuck is he a bigger name than you? Because of wrestling. Like, okay, let me fight Brock. If I win, I get his contract. If I lose, I'll go back. I won't say a word. I'll take my 100. No, we're trying to build him. We can't do that. It won't be a good fight for him. We're afraid for that fight. Okay, whatever. So I'm irritated, and I'm getting ready to fight Nog, and I wanted that bonus. I said, make sure you get your checkbooks out because I'm knocking this fool out. And I should have. I screwed up. I made a stupid mistake in that fight. So after that fight, I don't know if it was Shelby or whoever, Joe Silver, maybe. He saw money. He's like, hey, we're not going to renew Tim's contract. We're like, no shit. He's like, no, we just want to go in a different direction. If we do, we're just afraid. He puts the win together. There isn't too many guys out there that can beat him right now. So he's back in title contentions, and he's been a champion, and he's fought for titles, 9 different times or whatever. So we're just not going to renew the contract. And I'm like, okay. So then Monty gets on the phone and just starts calling, and Affliction's like, we're going to $1 million. We're like, well, we're under contract. He's like, get out of it. So Monty calls UFC and says, hey, look, man, they wanted me to fight Chech Congo over in England for 100. And I was pretty sure I was going to win that fight. But England takes, 40 or 50% of your money?
Oh, yeah.
So I would have made $100,000 and my contract's over with. And if I lost, I wouldn't be as valuable. So we're like, okay, will you let us have the contract? And the UFC's like, absolutely. He's gone. There you go. You're released. They released me and I signed with Affliction. And then Affliction announced it. And they were pissed at me. Because I did that. I just did something to better myself. I thought I was trying to screw. No, you weren't going to renew my contract. So what's the problem? So then, everything that happened with Affliction, my deal was $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. I had a 3-fight deal. But if I lost my first fight, my next fight would be $1 million, then $2 million. They ended up folding. UFC buys them out and buys all the contracts. They honored everybody's contract but mine and Orlovsky's.
Damn.
Yeah. So we're out there, fighting in the smaller shows, just trying to make the money and stuff like that. But the worst, a lot of people don't know this. The worst thing, this is how I know Dana hates me. Sean Shelby gets a hold of us when Strikeforce is getting ready to go under. And he goes, we got an offer for Tim if he's willing. Monty's like, what is it? 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60. It's the 40,000, 40,000, whatever. And he's like, well, what's the deal? He goes, first fight, it's going to be in Strikeforce. It'll be against DC. Well, Monty's like, we'll take it. But his next 2 fights are guaranteed in the UFC. And even if he loses his first 2 fights, he has 3 fights. They're like, okay, deal. They send the contract. We sign it. We send it back. And week goes by, whatever. Monty's like, hey, what's going on, Sean? Dana just hasn't signed it yet. Okay, is he going to? Yeah, he's been busy. Okay. Another week goes by. What's going on, Sean? Dana's not going to sign it. He's like, let me get this straight. You send the contract to him. He signed it, sends it back, is waiting for your approval, and now you changed your mind? That's what happened. So I know Dana don't like me. So,
Damn.
Yeah, that was a huge blow to me. It's like that just like, I wouldn't say I wanted to kill myself, but I mean, I'm on the verge of like, what the fuck am I even living for? It's just like, because at that time, I actually helped Stipe Miocic get ready for Stefan Struve. And I still thought I was one of the baddest guys on the planet. Actually, before that, I was down an American Top Team, and I was training with all those guys, knocking out Bigfoot, knocking out Lewis. I mean, all these guys I'm knocking out, the guys that are in the UFC. And then I trained with Stipe, and he was the only guy that I ever experienced to where I lost a step. I was like 35, 36. I was like, I've lost a step. There was never anybody I ever trained with where I didn't think I was better than them. When I trained with Stipe, that fool put me on the ground and I could not get back up. We grappled, we wrestled, he could do what he wanted with me. Sparring was the only thing that we were compatible with. He hit hard as hell. But that was the only thing we were compatible in. I was like, damn it. I'm okay with not being a heavyweight champ again. I've earned I was like, but I want to be back in the UFC. There was awesome fights out there for the fans, like Pat Barry, Joey Beltran, your boy Chech Congo. Those guys were going to make great fights for me. We all would have stood up and banged, and someone was going to sleep. How badass would it be to watch those fights? Yeah, they would have been fun to watch.
Was you ever interested in fighting Crow Cop and stuff?
Yeah, we were. There was an opportunity. I had a broken hand when I fought Brandon Vera. I broke my hand. I broke my hand before we fought, like 3 weeks, and it healed up. Then I re-broke it in the fight, and then 2 weeks after the fight, Dana's like, "Hey, I got an opportunity for you." I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "Crow Cop." I'm like, "Dude, I want that fight. I have a broken hand." He's like, "Will it be healed?" I'm like, "I can't train. I have a broken hand. I fought Brandon Vera I broke my hand 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the fight." You know, so I didn't get a knockout. We went the distance. And I wanted that fight so bad because I do very well against southpaws. I love sparring southpaws, and any southpaw I've ever sparred, I always get the better of them.
Well, how you get the better southpaw? Because I suck against southpaw.
I love southpaw. I have a reach, and I always keep my foot on the outside of their power, and I lead with my right. I don't use my jab at all. I only use my hook. I never use my jab against I'll use the jab later in rounds or later as we spar, but everything is my cross. And you feed them heat immediately, and they're like, "Oh, they didn't like that because you're getting the outside angle." You know, when Rich Franklin and I used to spar, I bet there might have been, between the both of us, maybe, this is crazy, a 5-minute round, maybe 10 punches land. Because him and I are dancing the whole time to judge it, get that foot on the outside of theirs. He was very good at it, and so was I. So we would be circling, trying to get that. You don't want to. If you're fighting a traditional guy, you want to, you know what I'm talking about, footwork and stuff like that. So you want to get I get my lead foot on the outside of his, that I can hit it with my power shot, vice versa. So, but I'm being 6'8", I had a reach on all the southpaws I ever sparred. So my cross was my jab, and it was a lot more powerful than my jab.
One thing I want to know, same thing, like 4 or 5 years later, then you end up fighting Andre again, but you sign in one. How did you even get connected with one? And that's like
Monty.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Monty's probably the best managers out there.
Yeah. And then did you enjoy going to one? Did you enjoy we see a lot of stuff going on with them right now.
Yeah. No, they screwed me over a little bit with some money on like finances and stuff. You know, I broke my hand and they didn't pay for this, or they said they were going to, and I paid for it out of my pocket, and they didn't get reimbursed. And the commission was a bunch of bullshit over there. It was they didn't fly you over ample enough time to get ready for the time change and cutting weight. It was just, yeah.
Do you see everything that's going on with them right now?
I don't even pay attention.
Yeah.
What's going on with them?
Well, I mean, they just lost one of their baddest dudes on the planet, which is Marcus Buchecha. He's now signed with the UFC, and he has a fight in July. He's one of our athletes as well. And this guy's, a monster. And they're losing a lot of their grapplers to UFC Jiu-Jitsu. They lost Mikey Musumeci to UFC Jiu-Jitsu, UFC BJJ.
Yeah.
And so I think Amazon didn't renew their deal. So, I mean, I think they're in a world of heat.
What is karma if they're not treating the fighters well?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, I mean, besides that, the UFC always at least paid you guys what you agreed to getting paid on, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, you had your check as soon as you went back to the locker room. It wasn't the UFC, it was the commission. The commission had the money. They all had the checks. The checks are already written out.
Yeah, real quick. You want to break that down for the audience because they seem to not understand this, and we talked about this in our Jaxxon podcast.
Yeah, UFC.
You guys getting paid.
So the whole bonding thing and stuff like that. UFC ran the best organization ever. So why the commission is in place is to protect the fighters. So they're back there when things are getting taped up and all that stuff. Make sure you're not taking any drugs, eating all this bullshit or whatever. So as soon as the fight's over, the commission comes back with, if you win, 2 checks. If you lose, 1 check. But you save like my 100. So, okay, here, Tim, here's your win check. They hand it to you, and then I need you to sign a piece of paper, say we gave it to you. Then here's your show, whatever, show check, then win check. As soon as that fight's over, you're back in the locker room. They come up to you with checks.
And then, did you get a check from the UFC later?
No. Yeah, they gave me. They did. I think after a Munson fight, they did give me one. And then the Nogueira fight, I got late fight of the night or something, so I got one there. They gave me a Hummer once too. Yeah.
I think I remember.
UFC bought you a Hummer?
Yeah.
What kind?
H2, all done up.
Just gave it to you as a gift?
Yeah, well, that was because Dan and I were getting in big fights and stuff. And he called me into Vegas for some fights, and him and I got in a huge argument in his suite. And he's like, why do you think you need a Hummer? I was like, I'm the fucking heavyweight champ. I see what you're doing. Oh, yeah, you're giving away Hummers to these guys and this guy. I'm like, why don't I get one? And I don't know, we ended up hugging it out. He said, we good? I'm like, yeah, we're good. So we hug it out. And he's like, here's your fucking Hummer. Hands me the keys. It's down in valet.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It was cool. Super cool. Yeah.
He surprised you sometimes with cool shit.
Yeah.
Bro, he surprised the hell out of me after I fought Chuck. He gave me a bonus that was bigger than my purse. And then, I thought I was doing good and talking about how good Dana is, because that was like my second fight in the UFC coming from Pride, right?
If you had a big name coming in too.
Yeah, so I thought I was doing good talking Dana up, because people didn't think Dana I was going to get along, because I was an outsider. And then I never got another bonus check. And years later, years go by, I was like, Dana, why you never gave me another bonus check? I said, is it because I said something about it? He's like, bingo. So I'm like, damn, I guess I was supposed to keep those bonus
But you're
checks.
trying to gas him up.
I was just,
Another little thing they would do with those bonus checks was they would give them to the fighters. Most money that your managers knew about. So if the UFC made conflict between a fighter and the manager, there was a chance they would get rid of the manager and just deal with the UFC.
He hated my manager at the time.
He hated Monty. Monty had a lot of power. Monty had like 3 champions at one time. That's a lot of pull. So he would get a lot of his other fighters in and stuff like that. And Monty didn't deal with shit either. He was, he wasn't a yes sir, no sir. He didn't kiss any ass. Yeah. And the great thing about Monty, man, is the UFC asked for me before I even did my tournaments. I did the 8-man tournament, and I won. I knocked all 3 guys out in one night. Then like 4 weeks later, I go to Hawaii and Super Bowl, and I fight 16-man heavyweight tournament, and I knock all 4 guys out in 2 nights. And then the UFC's like, can we please have him now? Joe Silva was like, can I have him now? He's like, yeah, I think he's ready. But other managers back in the time, they just want to get you in the UFC, so they just threw you in there. They didn't care about anything. They weren't trying to build you. Monty never had contracts with guys. Everything was done on a handshake.
Oh, wow.
Monty had friendships. We were all friends. Like, he generally cared about you. We'd go over there for holidays and birthdays and stuff, and we all hung out. Like, we'd go to the movies and dinners. Like, we made friendships. So he ain't going to throw his fighters into wolves and stuff like that. He wanted to take care of you and see you successful. I think I was like 5-6 or 7-0, and the UFC wanted me, and he's like, Tim's not ready yet. He's not ready for that.
Dana hated my manager at that time so much that I got a supercar. I got an R8 out of a signing bonus.
Is that Volvo?
The Audi R8.
Oh yeah, those are sick.
Out of a signing bonus, because my manager asked for $1 million. And he right in front of me, he was like, I ain't giving you $1 million because you're gonna get 10%. So he gave me a fucking car, and my manager at the time was like, 10% of that car is mine. I'm like, what the fuck you want, the radio, nigga?
No.
You ain't getting 10%.
Well, so that's the thing that Dana did to create conflict between fighters and managers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I know some fighters that shunned their manager and got rid of their manager because they're already in the UFC. Once you're in the UFC, the manager is not as good as he was. You're like a great example, Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes lost like a 2 in a row or something back in the day, and UFC didn't want nothing to do with him. So Monty takes him, Monty's manager, and puts him together in his shows and other small shows where he puts like 8 or 9 wins together. And all of a sudden now he's like 8 or 9 wins together. Now he's back in the UFC, and Monty's negotiating all this stuff because he has the power. He's not just a manager, but he's a promoter as well. So he has his own shows, and he's tight with all these other guys where he can get you and keep you active. Build you up, get your fights where get your confidence back up, where your weaknesses are. He puts you against those guys that aren't great there, but they're tough enough to where they'll give you problems and stuff.
Real talk. Back in those days, we all knew about him. He was like one of the most famous managers. Yeah. Money Cox.
Yes, sir.
Yep, remember the name.
That's
and
crazy.
I don't remember shit.
Yeah, you never remember names.
I don't remember shit. I remember
That's
he was a very famous manager.
Was this the Audi?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Like, what's your background? What's your story? We talked about us too. Everyone knows about me and
this
Rampage.
This motherfucker was running paintball parks and stuff. And
I used to play paintball. I used to play semi-pro paintball.
Really?
Oh, I love paintball.
Yeah.
I used to hook me up with free blemish guns. and stuff.
Yeah. That's what I played paintball my whole life. I was a professional paintball player from like 13 to 25.
Who'd you play with?
Every team you could imagine. Played a little bit with Iron Man, played with Dynasty Entourage.
Really? I know both those names.
Russian Legion. I played with every team, Hollywood HK. I won
tons
of stuff.
As big as I was a very good paintball player.
Yeah. Oh, I could imagine.
I always played back
center,
I laid the freaking paint down.
He played back? That's a position?
No, there's like back, middle, front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's probably front.
Yeah.
Fast,
Thanks,
squirrely,
Rampage.
run.
Sure.
As
Thanks,
I'm set up and laying paint down a lane, he's diving down that snake and getting up there halfway to the field already.
Diving down the snake, playing front.
Thanks,
I'm
Rampage.
sure.
Thanks, Rampage.
I'm sure
Thank you.
That's
what
why I
position
played.
Bear
That's
was
why I
in.
played back.
Rampage was like one of the first guys to reach out to me and help me kind of put together my brands. I was always wanted to do brands and do social media. And my first client was Anderson Silva.
Oh, nice.
And I was helping him.
Anderson's a big paintball player.
Yeah. That's
we
why.
talked about it.
So he would come to my parks, SC Village in Chino, Hollywood Sports in Bellflower. We have 7 other ones. And then I did a big deal with him. I started making merch and there was no Shopify yet. There was no social media, just Twitter, MySpace. And I always wanted to have a clothing company. And so I told Anderson, I'll make all your gear and I'll give you money for your gym you're building in Torrance and I'll help you. And then I posted it. He was like my first guy. I had a combat team for my paintball park. I was obsessed with MMA. I always wanted to be a fighter, but I sucked. And then Rampage saw it on a tweet and he tweeted at me and I had like 20,000 saved up to do this e-juice company, vape juice. And I hired Rampage to go with me. Yeah, this was like 15 years ago. I was 20. So I'm 34, so 14 years ago. And I hired Rampage and he showed up. He was with French Montana and he was the first one to be there, last one to leave. He walked in with me. He was so polite, so nice. And I told my dad, and my dad's like, that's a good person. Whatever he wants, you make sure you take care of him because that's someone you always want in your corner. Swear to God. And till now, he's always been there for me. We did clothing company. We did all kinds of stuff. We did merch. I was helping him with his gym. I was trying to do whatever I could. Always building. I'd go out. I don't drink, so I'd always drive. And
me either.
Yeah, so it was cool. We built a great relationship, and that's why like a lot of the podcast audience doesn't know like when these guests come on, like Tito or Chuck or BJ. Like I've known these guys for 10 years, 15 years.
Oh, no
so
kidding.
it's not like sometimes I goof off too much or I have ADD attack because it's like a bunch of friends hanging out.
Sure,
but they don't know the relationship. Like I used to be, at a tea shop with this guy, and my dad's waiting in a parking lot. Like that's how I went to a meeting with him. You know what I mean? So like. They don't see the backstories too much, so they kind of take it out of context, the craziness or like me and him goofing off together. But in reality, I spend all my money trying to build camps and teams and trying to help skate and moto and surf and MMA fighters and jiu-jitsu kind of like become the best in the world. Like that's literally what I spend all my time trying to do.
Yeah, honestly, I talk shit about him, joke around with him, but that's type of friend.
He's obviously one of your best friends.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
This is family.
But that's how good friends act. Like,
I know, yeah.
I have they don't know.
See it.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I like my boy Sean and another. I mean, it's like you bust each other's balls.
We can see
you
that.
Wrestle. I mean, that's just what you do.
You bust my balls a lot in just this
that was
hour.
But that means you're good. That means you're good friends.
I
mean,
know,
like,
yeah.
But I would never ever let anybody bust your balls around me. Even if you're not there, I'd be like, don't you dare talk shit about me. I think it was a while ago somebody tried to say something shitty about you. I'm like, don't ever say that.
Yeah,
That's
same
my
thing
boy.
with Bear. Bear was trying to talk about you before you got here, and I got him like, don't you dare talk shit. He was saying that, you know what? I think I can take Tim.
We have a cage out there.
No. First of all, I never
Go
said
for
that. I never
takedown?
said that. I said
We
we
just wrestle. Just take
It could
down.
be like a Jake Paul situation where it's like the young guy trying to fight someone old.
Yeah, he think
never
because
said
you're
I
in
could
your
take
40s, he
never,
think he could take
never,
you. And
never said that.
Way to find out.
He said that he think that he could be power slap champion.
No, I never said that.
We should do that on camera.
I refuse.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go first.
No.
So you're
I'll
saying
die.
no?
I will die.
Put your money where your mouth is. He's right here. All that shit you was talking.
How you always worried about where my mouth is?
Nigga sus.
Yeah. Okay. Don't ever play with me.
I'll go half.
He's a UFC champion. He's a power slap champion, and he loves to fight. And he refuses to do anything else except be 6'10", 400 pounds. You think I want to do anything with him?
6'8", 330. You call me 400 pounds again, we are fighting.
I just meant that in a good way. You're big.
No,
I need
bro,
the audience to understand.
That's not a good.
This is last time I fought Mauricio Rufy. He's a dog in the UFC, and he broke my leg. He hit me so hard, he broke my leg. And then John Silva tapped me out. Right there, my leg snapped in half.
Is he name dropping? Because I have no idea who he's talking about.
You don't know these fighters?
He don't watch the new age
At all?
UFC no more.
No.
Amen.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier. Those are my boys.
Yeah.
That's what's left of our dying breed.
See,
You don't watch it at all no more.
No, I do. I don't. If it's on, I'm gonna watch it. I love MMA. If it's on, I'm gonna watch it. But I'm not gonna pay $100 for a fight either.
Yeah, this podcast got me back into MMA. I'm not gonna lie, and I felt kind of bad because Like I meet fighters out. Like I met Giga at the gym, and I didn't know who he is, and I didn't know who he was. I wasn't watching, bro, and I haven't been watching for like 10 years. So I felt bad. So now I watch it, and I'm getting to know the new fighters and stuff like that. Like some of these fighters, they'll walk up to you and they watch you, and then you won't recognize them. You're gonna feel bad later, bro. I feel bad. I don't know. I didn't know.
He said maybe in his
hey, let's talk about how you and I got reconnected through Larissa.
Yep.
She's a girlfriend of mine I've been friends with for years.
Yeah.
Big time. I have a hunting show. She has one. Mine, season 8, is airing now. It just aired first and second quarter in the United States on Sportsman Channel. And right now it's in Wild TV in Canada. Hit Squad Outdoors with Tim Sylvia, HSO. And we were talking about hunting together, but I want to take you hunting.
Yeah, I want to go.
Hog hunting.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to live stream it. Can I live stream it?
Can you get him a 4570 by any chance so he could
He'll use a 308 or a 300 blackout. Suppressed thermals. And we'll
no 4570.
My aim is bad, brother. When it comes to like moving targets.
Not with a 308.
It wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first.
You probably have good aim. You were in the A team. You had to use guns.
No, they train me. No, for real.
Why?
No, I'm trained.
Why you laugh like that, dog?
Stop.
No.
Stop.
Bro, no. For 6 months, they trained me on AR.
He was in the A team, Tim.
I was trained by... No.
He's a weapon expert.
No. Real talk. It's something I don't talk about a whole lot, but I was trained by the actual SAS for 6 months.
How many rounds you put down range?
I don't...
This is going to turn into another 4570 real fast.
I know, but did you do 100 rounds a day?
No, I don't think 100 rounds a day. Probably not. I don't.
A mag a day, 30 rounds.
Mag.
Probably more. No, probably more than a mag.
Flipping the gun.
Listen, probably more than a mag. But honestly, it's a movie set, so obviously we were shooting a lot of blanks,
right?
And we were shooting like like those plastic dummy targets.
Yeah.
They won't let you. They won't let because insurance. They won't let you shoot too much. But it wasn't all that.
So you're familiar with an AR, but you're not familiar with how it really functions, like putting rounds down range.
Not a whole lot of.
He could
live
clear
rounds.
building.
Not a whole lot of live rounds.
His CQB is crazy.
But he taught me how to get rid of the jams, like fast reload, like you hold it, lay down and pull out your sidearm. And go back and go back to your, go back to your AR. 6 months the guy trained me, and then one time he left. He was gone. When I met him, he had like a little scar right here on the side of his head, right? And he was always wearing sunglasses. And my dumb mind, I was thinking like, oh, maybe his sunglasses left in the sun. It was hot. They branded him. And then I found out later he almost got shot in the head. It was a fucking bullet mark, right? Huh? So the director, Joe Kernahan, like when the guy left, and I said, hey, where's Coach? He's like, oh, I can't tell you, but he'll be back in a couple of days, hopefully. And that's all he said, and he walked away.
Oh,
and
he's a contractor.
Man, he was gone for like 4 or 5 days.
He's a contractor.
He came back like 10 pounds lighter, and just going back to work. I said, where you been, Coach? He's like, oh, I can't tell you. And then later on, shit was going on, popping up on the news, and Joe was like, you see that shit on the news?
He's a contractor.
Yeah. He was SAS.
That's when Blackwater turned to XE.
Yeah, badass. So I can't say some of the stuff he told me. But
how many movies you been in?
I don't know. I've been in like a bunch of.
I always wonder. Man, it sucks when we lost Paul Walker. He was supposed to help me get into some movies. So I was in 3. My most famous movie I was in, no one even knows it. I was in Michael Myers' Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie. Well, I was a stunt double. I had to fall down. I didn't want to get paid. I'm like, can I just take a mask? They're like,
that's
no.
Cool. You was the.
I was Michael Myers. I was a stunt double.
Wow, you was about the same height as him?
He was 6'6". I was 6'8".
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like movies?
I love doing them. Like we did that movie with Paul Walker, Lawrence Fishburne, and some of the fighters around it, Chuck and Gann and stuff. Death and Life of Bobby Z. That was a fun movie. But probably the funnest one I did was on the East Coast, Oxymorons. That was it was all rogue. We ran the streets with no permits, and it was crazy. But we all had East Coast accents already. It was during the Oxy crisis, when that first hit on the streets and stuff. People were stealing Oxys and selling them and shit like that, and that's what it's all about. So it kind of related to
I'm glad you said that, because one of my goals, one thing I'm working on doing right now is doing like these they start off low budget movies, and I can get some fighters and ex-fighters in it.
If you need a big guy to beat up, let me know. I'm your guy.
I wouldn't be
Cast him as something
Yeah,
crazy.
but I got some.
I'm good friends with Couture, and I'm like, dude, can you get me in fucking Expendables?
He should have got you in.
I know, right? We're like, I help him with
crazy.
his charity every year.
Yeah,
What's your favorite movie?
I got the TV A-Team, of course.
I got the A-Team. I thought you were great, man.
Thank you.
I liked you in Midnight
That was a big
Train.
What I liked, that really showed, your skill. I mean, I know you as Rampage the fighter. I thought he did a good job.
Thank you, brother.
What are you laughing at?
No,
I haven't seen you in a movie.
I personally have a different type of vibe when I like Rampage in movies. Like when he was in Midnight Meat Train, the way he was like kind of just like coming through the bus and like he was like Rocky Balboa.
It was a
subway,
like, first of all.
It was like, have you ever seen him in Midnight Meat Train?
I've only seen 18. I think a couple of the little ones, but it wasn't much.
It's a good movie, dude.
He's trolling me because the name of that movie is so sus, bro.
Nah, I ain't trolling
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. That was my first big movie, and it never really made it really big. It was with Vinnie Jones and Bradley Cooper and a couple of people. But I almost
Bradley was in 18 too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I almost turned down that movie because of the name. It was a Japanese director. I guess he wrote it and stuff too.
I had to turn down 2 movies because of fight camps. They wanted me in The Departed to be in Jack Nicholson's Thug Team.
That's my favorite movie.
One of
top
my
3 favorite movie of all time.
I got to go top 10 because I got too many favorites. And then what's that movie with Philadelphia Evil? Is it? I always get Mark Wahlberg and Marky Mark mixed up.
Yeah,
Mark Wahlberg
they are the same people.
It's the same guy.
They're the same guy.
Then Matt Damon.
Oh yeah.
Matt Damon.
Okay, so what's the is it Vince Papali?
Invincible.
Yes, they wanted me in that.
Where he was
a football player.
Yeah.
They wanted me in that, and I couldn't do it because of the fight camp.
Those are both amazing movies.
I know.
You would have been in 2 like classics.
I know.
Yeah.
The Departed is a top 10 of all time for anybody. The acting, the script,
and how it's like, oh my god, like everyone's getting assassinated in the end and stuff. It's like
you've seen that, right?
Didn't see that happening.
I'm sure I have. The big
and then of course 2 other training camps. I got invited to the Playboy Mansion and I couldn't go because of training camps.
Oh, you would have been a menace there.
I know.
That means you're disciplined. The biggest movie I ever had to turn down. Well, I turned down even audition. I'm not saying I was going to get the role. Was Horrible Bosses.
Oh, it's a great movie. You would have killed it.
Jennifer Aniston is so dirty and naughty in that movie. I love her.
Yeah.
I've always loved her, but in that movie, I love her even more.
Bro.
Have you seen it?
Is that your style, Jennifer Aniston?
In that movie.
Why wouldn't she be?
No, I was just wondering. He's got a lot of unique
style.
styles.
If you like women,
Asians,
if you like women, you like her.
Aging like fine wine.
I love Jennifer Aniston.
How old is she? And she looks like she's 30.
50s.
No,
still
she's
smash. Still smash.
You love her too?
Yeah.
I love Jennifer Lopez, and she's had 10 husbands?
Yeah, but she. I don't like her
J-Lo?
personality.
You know there's something wrong with her.
You don't like her personality?
I don't like her personality.
Jenny from the Block?
Yeah, it's just you can just tell.
Yeah.
Who's your crush right now? You got one?
I still got a crush on Lucy Liu. Fuck y'all.
Lucy Liu from Kill Bill?
Fuck yeah.
She's Asian, bro.
Oh, man. You haven't got your fix yet on Asians?
Well, I like all women, but Asian was like the first girl I ever kissed was Asian.
Oh, so you're obsessed with Asians?
I'm not obsessed with Asians, bro. I just.
So
you tried to take my Asian that night.
God, that's crazy. What do? You put Tila Tequila in your MySpace top five?
Tila Tequila was never my type.
What do you mean?
I don't think she's attractive.
I like that dirty little girl.
No, I don't. She's ugly as face. I'm ugly too, so I can say this. All she had was like fake tits. I don't see what.
I thought you were into her. Didn't you do a movie?
Never,
with her and
never.
Flav?
She's not my type.
I thought her and Flavor Flav did a movie.
She's female and she's Asian. She's not your
That's
type.
what people think. See, look, this is the thing.
Thank you. No, because Tim's here.
This is the thing. This is what people think. People think that I have an Asian fetish, which I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't have an
You're
Asian
obsessed
fetish.
with Asians,
bro. Chill out. Let me finish saying this. It's very offensive to me.
Why?
Because I don't have an Asian fetish. I like all women, but my type is Asian because the way they have a good upbringing and the way they treat men.
So you have an Asian fetish?
That's not an Asian fetish.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Help me, Tim.
They put us on a pedestal. Any Asian girl I've ever been with, like they'll give you back rubs, foot rubs, hand rubs. They are always touching you, not in public, but at home, but like you don't have to do anything. I love to cook. I love to grill and stuff like that. I'll make the food, but she's making the plates. They're doing the dishes. I mean,
I've heard you say this.
That culture,
I agree with you. He said that many times. Their culture is very respectful.
And a lot of the old style Latinos like that.
Yeah, Latino. I like Latinos like that too. But then sometimes they very argumentative and stuff like that.
I
dated one. She was wild.
Really?
Yeah.
I dated a few, but
he had one that was go every day. Follow.
Yeah, I don't like that. And most of the Asian girls, I fought in Japan. Most of them they're not argumentative. Granted, half the chicks I date over there didn't even speak English, and I was happy with that. But that's a whole nother subject.
I love going to Japan and China.
Yeah.
He's like, I like to date a girl that doesn't speak my language. I don't speak theirs. We just had none.
You just have that. You just have the understanding.
Have you been to Russia?
Never been in Russia.
Oh my God.
I don't think I'd be welcomed in Russia. I heard stories about Russia. My uncle married a
You're
Russian.
a fighter. You be welcome.
Fighter.
You think so?
That's their whole culture. Thank you, Tim.
Oh my
Tell him he'd be a
God.
menace in Russia. You, Hamza and Armin, the best combo.
The Russian women are beautiful.
Yeah, I know. I heard that beautiful. But I got to clear this up because people think I have a Asian fetish. I don't consider it a fetish. I'm going to tell you what an Asian fetish is. Like, you guys thinking Tila Tequila is hot. It's an Asian fetish. Because any Asian girl, if you see an Asian girl, because she's hot because she's Asian, that's an Asian fetish.
Time out.
Hold on. Apparently, you don't have an Asian fetish.
I know I don't have an Asian
I don't have an Asian fetish, but listen, I'm gonna tell you, because I married a Japanese and I've dated a few Asian. Now I got an Asian fetish. Like, think about this. Think about when guys like owning when black guys owning like white girls, snow bunnies. You don't call it a damn white fetish.
But you've said on multiple podcasts.
I never heard that before.
Yeah, I never heard that either. What's a snow bunny?
Well, I'm white, so how am I gonna know it?
Yeah, what's a snow bunny?
When you date like a white girl, like mostly like blonde haired white girl, snow bunny.
But brother, you've said on multiple podcasts you love Asian and
I like all women.
Asian.
But I love Asian.
Asian
I love
women.
Asian. I don't have a fetish. I don't have a fetish.
All right, I got one more thing for
I think fetishes are weird. No, I'm offended.
I got all kinds of things.
No, I'm offended. How you gonna offend me and then let's move on? But now I'm offended.
Respectfully, truthfully, and honestly, I think you're wrong.
Hey, listen, you're Rampage Jaxxon. If you're offended over that, have you got soft and have you got a little soft?
Let me explain.
Tim is a dog.
I know. No, listen. I'm gonna explain.
I love this guy.
I'm gonna explain why I'm offended over that.
Oh, that's some Tim dogness right now.
Now he's finna come on.
You.
That's a type nigga.
You're offended.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
What's up with the outfit?
Nah, I'm on my camo game. This is Santo Studio exclusively at Nordstrom. Just feel this. It's my new brand exclusively at Nordstrom nationwide. Feel that. Soft.
Feels like my underwear.
Thank you. Thank you.
My underwear is bamboo.
Oh,
but that's not real camo, bro.
Why you keep throwing out like weird?
This is camo. This is camo that we created so we don't get sued.
Oh, and you don't have to pay royalties.
Yeah. But we do have a Real Tree collaboration legally that drops in Nordstrom this week.
Okay.
Let me clear my name. With my big bro right here. The reason why I get offended over being called Asian fetish, because I live here in Orange County with a lot of Asians. Girls and Asian girls won't fuck with you if they think you got an Asian fetish. So it cocks blocked me. So that's what it is. I can't get no Asian girls if they think I got an Asian fetish.
I got you.
I just think we have to be
So what you're saying is you do, but you're just saying you don't. So
we
you
have
just
to be honest that you have an Asian fetish.
No, I don't though. Really.
You're upset that now it's public because now you're not pulling Asian chicks.
Listen,
Now the truth comes
I
out.
believe Rampage.
We all believe you. We all believe you.
I low key think fetishes are weird though.
But you have
like
one.
foot fetishes and
I think it's kind
all
of
that
weird.
stuff. Yeah,
I think it's kind of weird. Honestly, I don't. It just so happened. The first time I brought an Asian girl home, my mom was like, I knew it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, she said the first girl you ever kissed was Asian. I didn't remember. I was a kid. And I always like Asian. The first Asian girlfriend I had in Japan treated me like a king. And I was like, oh shit, this is how I like to be treated.
Yeah, always been doing.
And that's why I got married to a Japanese woman, because the way she treated me. I was like, okay.
Sure.
We can't judge. So his stylist got long hair, and his gym trainer wears a ponytail. He got something with dudes with long hair. I ain't saying no thing. I ain't
got nothing to do with it.
Oh, is that the new guy you're lifting with?
New guy. I've been lifting with him a couple years.
New guy.
Well, yeah, but I just saw you like getting back in shape. You're lifting with some guy. Had long hair.
What do you mean new guy? What's the new guy? How many guys have you been lifting with?
I don't stalk him. I mean, just like if I catch him on Instagram, he's lifting weights with someone or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just move on. Last thing I got for you. First of all, I don't even want to start with you. You have Asian fetishes.
You guys need to put your shirts on before we leave.
Yeah. I got you.
I don't know how it's gonna look with that outfit though. With your outfit.
The last thing, is there a fight that you never got that you always
Frank
wanted?
Mir.
You wanted the rematch?
I want a rematch with Frank. I'll still do it because if I ever fight again, I want somebody my same age. You know, who's just willing just to go out there and fight. We don't have to train.
Yeah.
Just go out there and fight like 3 1-minute rounds or something.
Listen,
but I would love to fight
Frank Mir. He still wants smoke.
Would you have fought him in what, the GFL, whatever the fuck that shit?
Whatever. Well, I don't care.
He said whatever, whenever.
Fight him wherever, whenever.
Tim, first of all, I want to say thank you for coming on.
For sure.
Second of all, I want to say your honesty and transparency.
I'm a fan. I'm glad you guys brought me. Hope we can come back again.
Of course, man. You're always welcome. You MMA royalty.
Maybe we can do a signature Rampage shirt. I don't know. We'll see.
100%. We got to get things popping.
Yeah.
Rampage, I appreciate you coming on. If you guys want to check out Rampage's kick stream, that's what I really appreciate, is the laughter and the transparency and the behind the scenes you giving us in that jacuzzi with your friends.
Man, this shit turned to a lot of work.
Is it better than this podcast? Was a good podcast, man. I had a good time.
I have a great time.
Yeah. We have fun.
He sets the mood.
We joke around, have fun.
That's the way it should be.
It's only as good as the guest sometimes. Sometimes some guests, they don't understand my sense of humor. And I have to say this. I have to give an apology to a lot of fighters and stuff out there. Listen, guys, I love all you guys. And I respect all you guys. And I'm a comedian at heart. And sometimes some of my jokes kind of go too far. And if I ever offend anybody, just let me know, and I'll chill out with the jokes. I apologize if I offend any fighters or anybody out there, because I know I mess up a lot of people's names and stuff like that. I do have a speech impediment, I do, and that's my way of coping with it. No, it's real talk.
I know,
real
but
talk.
that's not why you mess up the name.
No. Some names I never followed your name because your name's easy to say.
Sylvia, yeah.
Sylvia.
And Tim.
He did. Tim.
Yeah.
Is it Timothy?
It is real, yeah.
Hey, you know
Timothy Dean Sylvia.
Damn, you put your whole government out there.
That's an American.
Come find me.
Oh, I don't think anybody wants to find him.
No.
Dude, I listen, strange. This is the strangest thing that's ever happened to me. I've been in 2 altercations in the last week.
Where?
I was at a biker rally and I was wearing one of my slept shirts that says size matters. Actually, I had a pink one for you, and we didn't like the way it was printed. But I'll get you one though.
I would have worn that.
So it says size matters, and this little guy, I'm walking by, and he grabs my shirt. He's like, "Oh, size matters." I'm like, slap his hand. I'm like, "Don't effing touch me, bro." And as I start to walk, he grabs my shirt again. So I grabbed him by the throat and picked him up and slammed him. I'm like, "You done?" I said, "Don't touch me," and I walk away.
Was he a biker?
I don't. Well, it was a bike rally, so probably.
Was this in Irvine at the back?
No, this is in Iowa.
Oh, okay.
And then Saturday, I'm riding with 12 bikes, 12 of us. And we're going through a town, and this semi cuts off the last 4 of us, and I'm one of the last 4. So I was like, well, the lane ended, okay, mistake. So we pull up beside him, I'm like, hey, and he goes, F you, flip me off. I'm like, well, fuck you too, douchebag. And then we try to get in, and he speeds up so we can't get in. And I'm like, this asshole. We finally are coming to a stop sign, so he has to slow down sooner than we do. We get in there, and I'm looking in my mirror, and he's flipping me off, pointing at me, then he lays on his semi-horn. I'm like, nope. Just put the kickstand down, get off the bike, get in front of his truck. I'm like, you got a problem, bro. Get out. And he gets out.
Was he big like you?
He was a bigger dude, yeah. But he got an arm's reach, and I just launched him. And he went ass over tea kettle. Ass over tea kettle. Cell phone goes one way. His headset goes another. He's got a T-shirt with a pocket on him, so a pen and notepads. And I'm like standing over him, I'm like, dude, you're done, right? Don't get up. Don't get up. Just walk away. But I'd like the last week, like this shit never happens to me.
Tim, be careful out there. We need you out of. We need to make sure you're safe.
I have a gun on me 24/7.
No, I'm worried about that. Just chill.
Yeah.
I know nobody ain't gonna mess with you.
Well, I used to be a police officer.
Okay.
So once I feel threatened and somebody comes into my personal space, I can defend myself in whatever way I
I
need
love this
to.
guy even more.
So
He
and
knows
that's
what's
why
popping.
that's why I didn't hit him. I just shoved him to clear him.
Oh, okay. I assumed that
so-
you knocked his ass out. Okay.
No,
Clearing
I
his
just
bubble.
I
He
just
just cleared his
came
bubble.
to you.
shoved him to get my space back, and if he comes back into my space, I can defend it any way I have to.
Oh, okay.
Public service announcement: do not mess with Tim. If you see him out there, please.
Please,
He knows the
I
laws,
don't want
and
to
he's
fight.
a big dog,
I
and he knows how to
don't wanna
fight.
I got a serious question though.
Yeah.
What kind of bike is your big ass fitting on? You tall as hell.
I got a custom Harley all stretched out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you see my Indian out there?
I did see that. It's
Carry
cute.
hard and Twitch.
It's cute.
It's
Hey, it's not just a cool Indian. He's name dropping.
I'm
He
name
does
dropping
that.
who made it.
Yeah, it's
They
a cool
made
bike.
it.
It's a
It's
cool
an amazing bike.
I don't know who you were talking about, but it's a cool bike.
What about the 450s from Jen and Hunter Lawrence?
Name dropping again. What I say? I told my boy Sean, dude, those dirt bikes are awesome. I love them. I like all these cars out here that are all undercover.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw a Mustang. I saw a trophy truck.
Yeah.
Whose are those?
I don't know, but we like collecting things and we like to have fun around here.
So I
like
heard
to go
on
fast.
one of your podcasts. I don't know what you said, but you saying he's the rich guy, he's the millionaire or
Yeah,
something.
no, he a billionaire.
No.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
No.
No. Let me
Okay.
say this. Don't cut me off. He always try to cut me off. He don't let me speak when I say this motherfucker is the Batman of Orange County.
No kidding.
No, he's a vigilante at nighttime.
Where the fuck do I find one of these guys?
You can have this
any-
one.
Don't say that.
Yeah, this.
He'd be part owner or
No, cause fuck him. He wanted me to be robbed. I'm like, nigga, I'm too big to be fucking robbed. I'm not gonna be your fucking sidekick. I be my own fucking.
Try to dress him up
vigilante.
as the Penguin for Halloween. He didn't want to.
I want to find a little guy like this, man.
Bro, listen, it's
That's
Jaxxon
badass.
is
It's
the
a
number one
vigilante.
men's jewelry brand, and I take me and my partner.
This is the one I'm wearing.
Yeah. We try to take as much of the
Well, if
money
you're
as
that
we
rich,
make.
you ain't getting it back.
Yeah, no, you haven't. I'm taking it. We try to build this brand as heavy as we can and support all the fighters, support all these endeavors. It's just the brand. The brand's going extremely fast. All joking aside, Jaxxon Jewelry, because me and my partner had a vision of creating the Jaxxon Media House, supporting the athletes, you know?
I love that. That's kind of what I want to do with Slep. I mean, like with the whole problem, it's like,
but I got all that.
We want to build that brand, give the fighter, make them earn their money, and get those checks once a month.
Yeah.
That'd be just amazing.
That's a good model.
We take care of everybody. Rampage will tell you. All joking aside, we have
GetSlep.com.
GetSlep.com. Make sure you take care of your people. Don't fight Tim. Thanks for watching. We're out.